What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is the second long-awaited episode of Fire and Ice Squared, the podcast with me, with Keda, and my lovely hosts, co-hosts, who will introduce themselves. Go ahead, Miss Nikki.
Period. Cause Miss Nikki. No, I'm Jasmine.
It's funny because Jasmine is this way to me. Like you pointed this way, but she this way.
Sorry. On my screen, you at the bottom. Yeah. So what's up? What's up first? What's up, guys?
Well, first, I feel like we should talk about the circus that is the United States election.
Yes, we should talk about it.
And the main stage acts are the clowns, of course, the far right clowns, and the far left clowns. It's just clowns. They all clowns.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, what are your thoughts about what happened pertaining to the whole thing, like the results and what happened, the aftermath?
Let me just say it like this, man. I just feel like Donald Trump is just trying to throw anything at the wall. He is literally trying to throw anything at the wall, and they're not sticking, girl. Stop. Mm-hmm. Just take you on your little Depends diapers. Go pack it up, girl. And then did y'all see that little tacky little Christmas? Oh my God, girl, what the fuck?
What Christmas? What you talking about?
Yeah.
Did her little Christmas thing this year, right? Like, they set it up in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
It's not giving.
It's not giving what it was supposed to say.
I'm a white family. Like, it's not screaming, this is the people's house. It's screaming, this is a traditional white family. But I just don't.
You don't like it.
Don't look right.
It might be a traditional white family. I didn't like nothing about the election. First of all, every time election day come, I get so stressed because I just be like, all right, what's about to go down? Like, I get, especially this election, I was really nervous because it's like the way people were acting, they was like, okay, if Donald Trump win, he's gonna bring a lot of controversy, but then if Biden win, the Trump supporters is going to zap out. And then I was kind of like, so either way it was looking really bad.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like,
yeah,
I don't really like
it was a rumor. I don't know how much of a rumor it was, but it was something going around. I don't know if you guys be on TikTok like that, like I do, because I be on all the time. But y'all be seeing on TikTok that they were talking about how that a lot of Trump supporters was talking about how they was going to, if Biden won, they was going to go around killing people of color and stuff like that. And I was like, that sounds crazy, but unfortunately, it's not something that I'm surprised about hearing from them.
And it just sounds so crazy because it's like, you don't get your way, so you want to zap out, but like people of color have never, ever in life gotten their way, and we just supposed to take it. Right. I'm just confused.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But my take on the whole election thing, it was a lot of tomfoolery, and I've seen middle schoolers with more professionalism than they have had in this election, which is crazy, because why are you acting like you're 5 years old? But, and I did hear about the Depends diapers thing, that he really be wearing diapers. For real.
He make it to the bathroom.
He is an old man, though, so.
I just found out that Joe Biden was 78 years old. This nigga is almost 80 years old, and and that's kind of scary.
They both old people. Like, what? They need send it to the home. Send them to the home.
I think that it's because of all the drugs he was doing, because he was in the wrestling scene, and them wrestlers be doing drugs, deep drugs. Like he was in WWE.
Who?
Right.
Donald Trump.
Ooh. And he was wrestling scene. He was all up on WWE. All them wrestlers that didn't die from overdoses. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that man has a nose.
Donald J. He probably do crack. I mean,
not Donald J.
Cause they crack. They do speed. They do that real shit. Okay.
Not the election, but the debates was what was really catching me because, or at least that first debate, because I watched it for a little bit, but I was like getting pissed off because I'm like, Donald Trump just keep talking over Biden, and Biden is just no, because I would have been over there. Bro, like he just left.
Hey, bitch, I'm finna come over there and beat your ass. We finna violate COVID law.
We were watching the debates, like the presidential and the vice presidential debate, but the presidential debate, I was like, I'm just watching it. I'm just like, he just like to lie for fun. Like he just said the first thing that come out his head. He just say out his mouth. No type of thinking. Like he'll say a complete baffling lie before he will admit the truth of the situation. And it's just crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Me crazy about that is that literally we was watching a debate on CNN. First, hold on, let me just say this before I forget. I remember watching CNN and it was like a group of Ohioans, right? Because the first debate was in Ohio and these are the people that were undecided. I remember seeing 3 people that raised their hand. And I'm like, when they was like, is this like, does this make you want to vote for Trump? I'm like, bitch, this debate makes you want to vote for Trump. This one, right?
This debate doesn't vote for nobody, really.
Yeah, honestly.
He couldn't even talk about nothing.
Yeah. You brought your son into it, and I just lost it.
Oh my God! When he said his son was, ain't his son dead? Joe Biden's son is
dead. His son is dead.
That's really disrespectful because see,
but hold on, wait,
this is to you. You better than me.
2 sons. One of them, the one that's still alive, was the one who had an addiction. The one that dad had, he was a soldier.
He was in the army. Yeah.
Yeah. So about both of his sons, but nobody want to mention your ugly ass kids. He ain't even do none of that. He ain't do none of that.
Stop talking about people's relationship with their kids. You don't even like yours. You don't even hang around them.
You like them a little too much.
I'm about to say, didn't he say he would have married Ivanka or do something with her?
Yeah. That's weird, is it not?
Her and her husband, but everybody, you notice how everybody else not around because he don't like them little kids. He don't like them.
That's
what's that other little boy name? The one that's living in the house right now.
Barron Trump.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
I also seen on TikTok. I be watching TikTok a lot, but I also seen on TikTok. Y'all know how on Snap Maps, right? You could zoom in and watch the stories from that area on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody zoomed all the way into the White House and there was a bubble over it. And he clicked it and there was a story and on the thing it said White House things. And I was like, is this Barron Trump Snapchat?
White House things. Like, wait a minute, hold up.
Man, like,
oh yeah, that's crazy. But one of the good things that came out of election in New Jersey,
waiting period, that people so scared. Like, gee, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, gee, this nigga get elected again. I gotta go. No. I have to find an underground railroad or somewhere else, G, because I'm not finna be here no more. I'm not finna live here for this shit no more, G. I'm still on the underground railroad because I'm broke. I'm gonna have to find a freeway to get out.
Yeah, but the good thing that came out of this election, one of the good things is in New Jersey, weed is being decriminalized. Well, across and some other states, other drugs like Oregon, we were just talking about how in Oregon, a lot of the drugs are being decriminalized, like
all of them,
which is good because before, you know how prison, as we know it now, is supposed to be what's the word for rehabilitation type of center, when we know that's not what it is. And I think that decriminalizing the drugs are a step in the right direction because instead of trying to throw addicts or people who have addiction in jail, that's not helping them at all. The only thing that helps them with is them getting off of it, being able to get off of it. But other than that, it doesn't help them at all. So I think that's a step in the right direction because when the whole opioid thing happened, people were treating it as it was a sickness, but the only difference is because there's white people that was on opioids, but they were treating it like a sickness and trying to get them help and rehab and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a step in the right direction for this country and rehabilitating it as a whole.
Okay, so I really like this initiative. I really do. Plus, only because a again what Makeda said, it decriminalizes addicts. They're not criminals. They're
Right.
need help. That you
Right.
need to invest more in your rehab centers, not your jails, girl. Cause
Yeah.
and that leads to B. You're not spending as much money on prisoners because the addict's not in there. So use that money, wherever that money at, sprinkle that into some things that actually need it, girl.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So I'm liking this. This is a step in the right direction, girl.
Yeah,
If
I agree.
everybody would take, I really feel like we need sweeping initiatives. This whole one state, two state thing, that's cute. That's cute. Real cute.
Yeah,
That's real cute.
we need all of them.
I'm not living in Oregon, girl.
Hmm.
Only thing that makes me, I'd be scared about like certain, like I'm all for this, but I'd be scared that there's an underlying film that we not really like thinking about. Cause America is real shiesty
That's
and
true.
they'll do something for the benefit of somebody else. So I'd be thinking like, I was just trying to think of like, I'm like, how is this benefit? Like, yeah, this benefits the people, but do they ever really do anything that 100% benefits the people? Like, I'm trying to think like,
Cause
what's the tea for
what's the population of Oregon? What black person you know in Oregon? It ain't that many black people in Oregon,
Let
girl.
me look it up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, but you seen that subway lady? That was besides the point. But she was off her fucking shit. She was all in the sandwich, had all in the sandwich off of whatever drug.
Like, wait, what if she got narcolepsy, y'all? Don't do her.
Um,
What if she just all of a sudden? Oh,
Oh my
you know what,
god.
Tiara? Now that I look it up, you might be right because the population, the Black African Americans, according to 2017 Census Bureau, the the residents of Oregon who identify as Black or African American are about 3% of Oregon's population.
look at
That's
him. Y'all basically telling me that y'all are decriminalizing all drugs for white people. That's what you're saying to me. And 3% of black people. Thank you so much. I'm finna move there, my nigga. So you better not say shit
they,
when I start smoking in front of you.
That
they do all
that's
of
interesting because I never thought about it like that until you said it. Because yeah, I never thought about it like that.
White people. Really,
that.
Jasmine had my brain moving. She was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Because they don't ever really do something really nice. It's always backhanded or it's always something like that you can undo.
In Chicago, please.
Please do it in Baltimore. The way these niggas be the way these junkies be
Oh
leaning.
my god,
Cause
They need you
that
to.
they be like they lean, but they never fall. They'll never fall.
You don't.
But that do be sad because it's like that's really crazy. It's really crazy how they be out here. It was a boy that I went to high school with that somebody sent me a video of him leaning on downtown on a pole with some white lady, and I was like, I know that's not so and so. And I was talking to Asada. She was like, "Yeah, that's what you call it." I was like, "That's really sad. Like, that's really sad."
But then they make it so, I mean, I'm not gonna say they make it so easy to get drugs, but it's like getting the drugs is always easy
Mm-hmm.
and getting help is always
Hard.
hard. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like,
That's
I
if
true.
don't even know
about
how
it,
people can get help.
That's true.
if y'all think about it like this. Remember when abortions was illegal and bitches used to have to go get back street
Back,
abortion?
Yeah.
if you fucking decriminalize drugs everywhere, I'm pretty sure, and make it legal, put it into the economy, I bet our economy would be better because there's a whole bunch of niggas that do drugs. Whole bunch.
Bro. Before you even continue, that's really the only reason why weed is so big now. Is because white people, some goofy white lady in cargo shorts, smoked weed in college and was like, this is great. And decided, hey guys, like we should make this popular. Everybody smoke weed.
In that G, it's more because I remember watching this shit. It's on Netflix. It's called The Patriot Act, right? And it had an episode talking about legal weed. It's more insidious than that. It's not even just white women in cargo shorts. It's the fucking politicians, D.
Yeah, they like, oh yeah, let's smoke weed, but it's still people in weed to this day that's in weed for some, that's in jail for selling the gram, bro. That's like It's crazy. It's so crazy because all these drugs are being decriminalized, but it's always something wacky going on for some reason. It's always some like some backhanded type, you know what I'm saying? Which is
because this is America.
What's wrong with these white people?
Yeah, this is America. I saw this little girl. It was a little girl, and she was doing something with some weed, little as shit. I'm just like, wait a minute, hold up, because I know multiple people that's in jail for weed distribution. Yeah. So you in jail for weed distribution, but you want to be distributing weed in your iced tea.
Yeah.
To these people, it's cute.
Now. It's a thing now, like. Oh yeah, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of black people, so I'm not gonna knock them because it's not their fault, they're just taking part. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's making money off of making edibles, like infusing edibles into everyday meals and stuff like that, and they make it bank, so it's crazy. Here, where's my hand raised?
I was waiting for you. I was trying to show that I was gonna talk next, you know. Jasmine has something to say, you know.
Oh no, I was done. Go ahead.
I can piggyback off of that because you know now with shows on Netflix talking about cooking with weed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
But also my thing is, wait, can you repeat what you said? I'm sorry, I lost my.
What I just said?
Yeah.
When I was talking about how the people be making money, making the edibles and stuff.
I got you. I'm right here with it. Thank you so much. Not to be rude.
Oh my god. Okay, Tiara, go ahead.
Yes. And even when you think about people who have been locked up at like for weed and stuff, after they get out of jail, G, you can't even go work at a dispensary. You can't even do it legally. You can't. You probably can't even start your own dispo business.
Because you got felonies. It's such a catch-22. You just stuck.
With marijuana, that's why I think it's so hard to regulate drugs, because for marijuana, again with the Patriot Act thing, like places like Florida, like where weed is legal, it's only legal a specific way. You have to look into the way that your state is legalizing marijuana, because it could be a specific way where local growers can't even, like small growers can't even start a business. They can't even sell their weed to dispensaries because they make it to where you have to be a big business to do it. You have it, or it costs money to do this. It costs money to do that. It costs a shit ton of money, and you can't do that if you're a small a small grower. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, man,
that's crazy.
Can we talk about first? Can we please talk about that twerking situation in that restaurant?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I've been dying to talk about it. Okay. Stop it. Yeah, no, that was crazy because I was talking to my dad about it the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, that dude seems like a real jerk," and I was like, how? First of all, they selling Douce bottles full of Douce lemonade slushies, playing Megan Thee Stallion, and you serve fried chicken in your restaurant. What do you want us to do? You're creating the atmosphere where it seemed like you want us to have fun and throw a little, saying how it bees. But
I should be big. That's what you're saying.
The only thing I understood from his point was the girl was standing on the furniture. Now, if you have a restaurant, you don't want nobody messing up your stuff, damaging your property. That I completely understand, 110%. I understand that. But it's the way he went about it and the way he handled it that was very
inappropriate.
It came off as very inappropriate and very rude, and you know what I'm saying, looked like he was talking down. A lot of people were talking about black elitism and not how it was shown through the way he was talking to the people. And I was like, yeah, that's true. He was like, this don't happen in white establishments. And I'm like, everybody's always worried about why white people looking at you, da 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 da. Can we please just,
you said this is for us, you started this for-
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then when he was talking about how the white people and all that stuff, it reminded me. Just remember we had psychology professor freshman year, and she said she didn't eat fried chicken in front of white people.
Girl, oh my god.
And that just reminded me of that situation, because I was like, y'all give white people way too much credit for.
They have way too much power over your life and what you do.
Yes, for him.
You can't even eat what you like because niggas is watching. Fuck them.
I'm not afraid to say it. I like fried chicken and I like watermelon. It is what it is. I'm
right.
Because they made it a stereotype doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like it. Right. But that whole situation with him in the restaurant was just giving me like, I don't like it. Because he was like, I made this for the culture. And I'm like, okay, if you made it for the culture, when the culture is expressed at the restaurant, why is it an issue?
Right.
Like, this is the culture.
Right. This what I don't understand.
Let me just speak to this. Let me just speak to this.
Speak on it.
Because it was real misogynoir to me. Mm-hmm. Real misogynoir. Because he was talking about, how do you expect me to let these, like, tell these men not to do this, but then you acting like this. Girl, I could shake my booty and they could be respectful. You know why? Because that's what you're supposed to do at the strip club. You're not supposed to touch them.
They don't touch the strippers. You're not supposed to touch them.
Even the girls whose job it is to shake their booty, you're not supposed to touch.
You're not supposed to touch them unless they say it's okay. You're not supposed to touch them.
Also, even if it was something that you were uncomfortable with, and now it's something that you did not want in your establishment, which okay, you pay the bills, girl. Mm-hmm. That's okay. You pay the bills. I ain't gonna say nothing. Mm-hmm. But you don't talk down on people like that, because all in the video, all you hear is "I'm not coming back." Basically,
yeah. That I think he had a dress code. I don't know if that was on Twitter or not, but his dress code was given very.
Or did I see it on Twitter? Or I don't remember who posted it, but I think it was she retweeted it, and I seen it, and it was talking about how. Hold up, I'm gonna pull it up right now because I remember it. I'm gonna pull it up.
Cause y'all don't be on Twitter. I need to see this.
You gotta be on Twitter. Twitter is where the tea is.
Yeah. Really different because of the simple fact that, like, if this is an environment for Black people, you should allow Black people to express.
Be Black people.
I found it. Want me to send it to you? I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Just don't be. I mean, of course, don't be jumping on the couch, but girl, even Tom Cruise was doing that shit. Calm down. White people do that shit. White people be flying off fucking stairwells and shit, bitch. They worse than us.
But like Makeda really said, it was. Oh my bad.
No, what was you about to say, Jasmine? Go ahead.
Keda said, like, they give white people way too much credit over, like, it's just the fact that everything that we do has to be compared to white people. And I'm just like, why is white people what you aspire to be? Like, why are they the
standard? Right.
Yeah. Like,
is this for grown people? Because how you gonna say no explicit words?
It says, this sounds like
no bodysuits for me.
The no bodysuits is what really sent me is the no furry slides. Why?
Especially the furry slides.
He said no furry slides. What's wrong with that's how they be popping out with the furry slides. Don't even play them.
You don't want this to be for Black people for real.
Right, like right. He said everything. He said everything that we wear, you can't wear it basically.
You cannot wear to my stuff. Everything you have in your closet, you cannot wear to my stuff. You're gonna have to find a new outfit, find new shoes.
Basically,
no sweatsuits.
no sweatsuits. He said no hats. I understand nice restaurants don't let hats. But then he was like, no casual hair wears like do-rags. And my only thing about that is that sometimes the do-rag be a part of the fit. So that's the only time I would be like, bro, this is part of the fit. Like, boys or girls sometimes be wearing they be wearing the do-rag that match the whole fit. They can't take it off. What are you talking about?
Plus, some people hair
It's the no bodysuits to me because it's like bodysuits could really be classy. Bodysuits 9 times out of 10 are classy. The long sleeve,
right.
Like,
how you gonna wear the bodysuit though?
Do you mean like the ones that look like onesies or the ones that's like?
I was thinking of the ones that's like onesies, but then now I'm thinking about a whole bodysuit, like the ones that fit your body.
The ones that's like super like,
tight, like the skin.
Okay. I thought you wear those in the house.
People wear them outside. I be seeing them,
I didn't know they wear those outside.
When they be Fashion Nova sell them, I was looking at them. I'm like, okay.
No, I thought what I'm thinking of is the ones, how they be selling them on Instagram. I was thinking about those.
The ones that snap between the legs?
Yeah, the ones that's
like, what I was thinking about.
The ones that's like they sell it as it's like sleepwear, but it's like it got the words on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Shorts.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know the ones you're talking about, the one with the shorts. Like it be shorts.
Yes, it be shorts. Yeah, it be shorts, bro. It be shorts.
Yo, I could not process what she was saying just now.
I was like, what is she saying to me? It was the ones that be shorts with the long sleeve. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I thought that's if that's what he mean, yeah. But bodysuits, like the ones that snap that go under the jeans, how you gonna know I'm wearing that if I don't tell you?
Like that's just a shirt tucked in, baby. You don't even know.
You don't know.
No jerseys. I mean, it's just no nigger wear. No nigger wear. It's just
basically.
I should have said.
Understand and no hash like Keda was saying, because some clubs don't even let you wear them. Some clubs would be like, leave all that stuff at the door.
Yeah, they do.
I'm trying to party.
What's wrong with jerseys? What's wrong with jerseys, bro? I mean, they cool.
I feel like the environment he was trying to create is like a formal environment, like formal wear. If that's what he could have just said that. Like he could have just said formal wear.
Or more upscale.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if he wanted some formal place, his menu is not reflecting.
And now
his music, the DJ wasn't reflecting formal.
Not reflecting.
The things that people were wearing still looked like casual wear.
Yeah, they were wearing like, you know how people, they don't dress up, but they dress up. You know what I'm saying? How they be?
They put a little button up
shirt. Ripped jeans. It be ripped jeans, but it be ripped jeans and heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I seen. All right, Jasmine, take it away.
This is a mess. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. And it's not really because it's just different for real. Like, but for the past couple months, I just had to, like, it's really a reflecting moment, like a reflecting, just me looking at myself and looking at all the things that I want to do with my son. And like, it's been scary too, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to have a black son. Okay, that's cute. Like, yeah, but then how long is he cute? Because then he becomes an issue. And then I think about that. And then I think about how I live in Baltimore and how I want him to not be like his environment. So then I'm also thinking about how I'm going to raise him. And then I also want to break, it's like a whole bunch of stuff in my head when I think about him, because I want to break a lot of cycles. I want to break a lot of the boys don't cry. I want to do all of that. And my family is extremely colorist. I just peeped that when I was just talking to them about my son and everything. My child's father is brown. So my grandma said some other shit. It just made me mad because I was just like, girl, what does it matter? Like, what does it matter? It doesn't really. His skin is not going to reflect. Like, what? It pissed me off. Like, I wanted to cuss my grandmother out, but I had to remember to my grandmother, so I got to leave. So it's just a lot of family trauma that comes with me thinking about him, and then a lot of things that my mom did that I know I want to do differently with my son. I want to be able to talk to him. Like, I don't know if I believe in beatings yet. Like, I'm still kind of thinking about that, because it's like, okay, yeah, I was beat growing up.
Drive me to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more like I don't think I want to harm you, but it's like, I want you to know what you did was wrong, and I want to explain why it was wrong. Like, we don't do these kind of things because of this, and this, and we don't do that. Like, I want to have an open line of communication with him, so he knows, and he knows how to express his feelings. He knows how to use his words. I want somebody that is emotionally and like together. I want him to be everything that I wasn't. So it's like, it's a kind of a learning process, because I'm trying to learn it myself, because I ain't had nobody to show me how to do it right. So now I gotta try to do that right. And these hormones is for the birds. Some days I wake up and I just be like, I just want to go back to sleep. And then some days I wake up and I'm like really happy. And then just all over the place. It's a mess, for real.
Look here, man. Jasmine.
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 Your child do not turn out like Jabari brother, because that man made me believe in whooping kids. I swear to God. Like,
ain't Jabari brother like 15?
He's 17. I feel like, where was the whoopings? There's a disconnect, because Jabari is good. Jabari is quiet. I think he got too many whoopings. Jabari got too many whoopings.
Right.
Is Jabari the oldest?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
close. I'm like, I'm finna bitch your brother. I'm really finna bitch your brother, because he finna learn to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was.
Think about that, because kids be talking.
Oh my God, I never wanted to choke a kid.
Attitude and shit.
Oh my God.
You have to tell all your business.
Yeah, it was crazy. I know on the friend side, when we found out, it was pretty crazy, because it's not us, obviously, but we felt just as, I mean, not just as, but we just felt the emotions. I
love y'all so much, because y'all just kind of like, when y'all was like, yo, I'm pregnant, y'all was just like, oh my God, nephew. Like, it wasn't it was like, no, nephew.
Yeah, because it was so crazy to me, because I remember us in the fight for you was like, when I have a son, I'm gonna name him Harlem, da, 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 da. And I was like, at first I was like, that's ugly. We were all like, oh my God, yeah, Jasmine's gonna have this wonderful baby for us one day. And then we didn't know that day was gonna be now, but either way, we're fine with it.
No, podcasts don't know. Keda been wishing pregnancy on all of us.
Everybody, yo. She been putting it in the TikToks, everything. Like,
she'll birth control up. Ain't no babies coming out of here no time soon.
Like, yes. I was like, somebody's gonna give me an F. And
then when I found out, no, because life wasn't going right. Something was up. I mean, I didn't know something was up, but my mother knew something was up. Because she was like, yeah, you sleep too much. And I was like, anyway, I just be tired.
I knew
I don't know what you're talking about.
In my head something was going to happen, because you had mentioned it one time, like months prior. And I was like, and I was
like a few weeks before you
said, like weeks before you had said something about it. And I was like, and I was always thinking about it. I was like, I wonder what's going on.
Like, she gonna.
And then you just popped out, and I was like, whoa.
Because look, it was like, because my period has always been regular. She always is here. She'd be like, hey, I'd be like, hey. So then one day, she just didn't knock it through. She didn't come through. And it was like, she didn't come through. And then I started like spotting a little bit. It was like, boop, 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 boop. So I was like, was that my period? That's not it. That's not given. I don't know. The pregnancy test, negative. So I was like, okay, great. This is great. It's negative. No, it wasn't negative. The baby just ain't have time to put his feet down yet.
Right.
And then the next pregnancy, it was like, then I woke up on It was June the 14th. Oh my gosh. I woke up and I was just like, let me get $1 pregnancy test. Cause it's really no point in me getting it because I know I'm not pregnant, but I just want to see something. Them lines popped up. I was like, what? No. I was like, Ma, what does this mean? She was like,
Mom, what this mean?
I just slapped into her hand. I said, Mom, come here real quick. She was like, yeah, what's up, Jasmine? I was like, what does this mean? And she looked at it. She was like,
Jasmine.
She was like, I think you need to go talk to your doctor. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get another one because that was not right. It's wrong.
Give me the official.
I need I need a clear blue to let me know.
Right.
No.
That bitch just say
pregnant. Then I had to tell my father and I thought I was going to die.
Oh, I remember that.
I thought he was going to punch me in my face. But he didn't. And now he's hype. That was a mess.
Yep. I remember it. I remember we was
on his face.
Wow, that's a whole baby in her. Wow.
I was so excited.
Like that bitch really cooking. That's crazy.
I still got my baby shower gift. It's sitting right there.
I gotta send y'all because Corona messed up everything. I have to send y'all the little goodie bags, the thank you bags and everything.
My address is bleep.
Oh, you about to get some niggas with some dreadlocks at your front door.
He gonna pull up like, yo, Tiara live here, I think.
Like, oh my God.
Nah, that's funny. But yeah, it's good because we love the kids. No, I don't. Just this one, but
it was, but now it's love them kids.
Yeah, love some of them kids.
Used to be bump them kids. Ooh.
It was fuck them kids. Now it's love the kids.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Cause
well, yours and Jasmine, because she's still a kid, so it's not.
So now in a few years, I get into an argument with a young person. I'll be like,
I'm gonna go get my nephew.
Like my young boy come smack the shit out you, bro. I'm about to call him right now.
Like, you really don't know.
I'm about to call him right now. Stop playing with me. But yeah. Well.
So y'all better talk about this.
The wagon hard with stars. Closed lock with key. FaceTime.
Who's that?
It's Jabari. No.
Hi, Jabari.
Wagon.
He ain't even see nobody. He ain't see nobody at all.
Hi, you guys.
You're rude. No. Don't accept it because he was over here acting like he was being bothered to say, hey.
Hi, Jabari.
No, I wasn't. I was just seeing if you were still on the phone.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Exactly. No.
Man, get off the phone. You got me on here slipping on pimp. Stop.
You ain't never been a pimp. That's one thing you ain't never been.
One thing Tiara ain't never do is be a pimp.
Just the difference between me single and the difference between me loyal is two different things. I'm a pimp when I'm single.
You are not a pimp.
Yes, I am. Stop playing.
You are.
Yeah, bro.
I'll be up there.
This next topic is about to come at the next of
It's
all
so crazy. It's so crazy that Jabari called, right? When we was about to talk about this.
Men always gotta be involved. Girl.
It's so crazy that he called right when we talk about this. You want to talk about it first, Jasmine? Go ahead. You got a lot to say?
I have a lot to say.
So just tell us what we're about to talk about.
What we're talking about right now is Black men being the
like
of the Black community.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you why. There are many reasons. We can go on forever, but
the reason at Reconstruction, if you want to be deep,
we can go
Go ahead, Jasmine. Start us off, bro. Let us know.
The first thing I want to talk about of this topic is the non-supporting ass Black men that don't support these Black women in anything. Like, they don't support them in anything. It could be this Megan situation, because that's my favorite. The Megan Thee Stallion situation is my favorite situation when I talk about this, because Black men will completely ignore and just disregard hurt Black women and instead find every excuse in the book to justify what's going on. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll be like, well, I mean, what did she do to get this done to her? But it's never really that situation. Like, it's not what did she do? It's just, why not just not say that? Like, why not just be like, okay, something bad happened to her, and this Black man who done it clearly has no regard for Black women, and he doesn't really have a heart much, so maybe we should disregard him. No, we're going to disregard the woman, the victim of the situation. And it just shows.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gardner.
No, go ahead.
My thing is, even if you think, like, oh yeah, Meg was shot, but she don't know who shot her. She was turned around. She don't know who shot her. Okay, but you making it seem like she deserved what she got. And then Tory Lane's old dumb bitch ass over here making it seem like she didn't get shot at all. And it's kind of like, now you, like, why are you supporting somebody who's literally saying she did not get shot at all?
It's the pick-me's for me too, because Shorty best friend, because her best friend was really in the car with her, and now she on Tory's side. Now she, oh well, really, if we're gonna be for real, Megan, you was trying to get my niggas, bitch. Why do you care so much about a penis? Why do you care so much about these niggas?
Oh, I was about to expose somebody's business. Never mind. But it was the Gemini in me. But yeah, bro, that's really crazy, because that was supposed to be her best friend. Like, that's supposed to be your best friend, and you want to leave from being my best friend
over a nigga that's 5'3". Like, you're not even picking a nigga that's 6'2". You just giving the pussy up at this point, bitch.
Bro,
like, he's not
5'3" and bald head, bro.
For the 120 part. This nigga 120 so good. Nigga, I could pick that nigga up.
Bro's a Canadian. Like, he's not even all that. Like, send him back to Canada.
This is making me mad.
Drake, get your mans.
That's Drake, your mans, bro. Get him, get your mans, my guy. Yeah, he's doing too much, because my thing was, didn't he admit to shooting her and was like he was drunk, he didn't mean to shoot her, but then all of a sudden it's why would she get in the car with him? Why was she da da da? Why she da da da? Are you Ed? Oh, bro.
Are you Ed?
Like, they're moving mad stupid, because that makes no sense.
Oh my God. It was, at first, I apologized for shooting her because I was drunk. Oh, wait a minute. I never even shot her. Excuse me?
Never happened. What?
Somebody.
About, oh, I was saying I was sorry for being drunk because of what happened with Kylie. This bitch don't care. If she, quote unquote, stealing you from somebody else, why would she care?
I'm sorry, but Kylie ain't even in this motherfucking situation. Whatever happened with Kylie was before. This was before they got into this car.
I remember this happening because I remember she was on live.
Yeah.
Before she was on live, and they was at his house. They was all vibing, da, 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 and I guess they went somewhere, and this whole situation happened. And it's really crazy because about the whole best friend thing, because first of all, you heard that diss track? I refuse to listen to it.
I'm not listening to it.
I heard it, girl. This bitch she was right, because she was like, why are you dissing a non-rapping bitch? Because you cannot rap at all. And it's okay. You a dancer, girl. We see you a dancer.
It's given she never wanted to be her friend for me, or she was always a hating ass friend, because she had this whole diss track prepared. Like, oh, I'm gonna come out with a track. I'm a da da da. Like,
facts.
thing was she said that it was because of shots fired, and she was trying to say, "Oh, I didn't shoot you." Meg never said that.
Never said I shot you. You looking is giving very much guilty, very much accomplice. Stop playing.
Yeah.
His side, and you're supposed to be my friend, you dumb whore.
She must have took the money he was offering. She must have took the money he was offering.
And in the beginning of the situation, Kelsey, your family was acting a mess, girl. Family was trying to comfort Meg, mommy and sissy.
Wow.
Sit down somewhere, because y'all wouldn't be able to do nothing.
That's sad.
Very much sad.
And it be the people in the comments of the shade room.
Situations. Why are you talking for me?
Sure.
Shade room comments is
I hate the shade room, and I don't even read the comments no more because people just be saying whatever they want.
They be saying a lot of dumb shit.
They don't like. At this point, and I be talking to my boyfriend. Y'all just seen him on the podcast.
Yes, your buddy.
I be talking about how black men are really the weakest link. Y'all are really the weakest link. Because I see
the whole thing was about. Yep.
Yeah, where it was talking about, like, it was this black girl, but then it was this Asian girl where she was talking about how men of color, i.e., also black men, biopic, whatever, how y'all fucking value the love of white women more than women of color. Y'all will literally have a girl that's down for you. It's literally a trope of when a girl is down for me and I get famous, I'm gonna leave her ass for a white girl.
When he get on, he leave his ass for a white girl. Kanye West.
That is a trope. After everything that these white women have did to y'all, after they weaponize their femininity to make sure that y'all niggas get put in jail, dad. Hell, Emmett Till ass died for white femininity, bitch. Why are you fucking these white whores? Why? Emmett Till was in his motherfucking grave.
Another issue.
Lied.
Another issue I had with black men be the fact that, like, when I bring it up to them, because I talk to black men about black men because I'm like, I just want to understand. Like, even if it's not you, help me understand. Wow. And every time I try to talk to a black man about black men, they always, well, it's not me. And that's the problem, because it's like you always want to be like, oh, it's not me doing this. Like, okay. I'm an individual. I do this, and what they do doesn't affect me, but it does, because we are as one.
We're not gonna act like we as humans are not very surface level or very like put people into groups, because y'all love to say black bitches is whores, skanks, sluts, that we got 4 kids, we wear weave, we do all this. So I don't do that.
Right. But it's not about the fact that it's not you individually. We are a group. We are, when people see one, they see all. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Mm-hmm. So it's like you not taking accountability for what your black brothers is doing, or like trying to erase the fact that that's what's going on. Like, you just look.
It ain't me good. It's still some good men out there.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead, Jasmine. You'll say something.
Oh no, I'm basically just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the not taking that.
Yeah. So I was on TikTok, but it be pertaining to the situation. So there was a girl who was talking about her trauma, which is something, you know, TikTok people do. They make videos and stuff to like cope with their trauma. So this black girl, she made a video about how a lot of her trauma is related or comes from black men, from her being a kid till now, like about how they talk to us, about how they approach us, about how all stuffs like that. And she was saying, and a lot of girls were saying, yeah, a lot of my trauma comes from black men, from being like sexually assaulted and blah, and not blah, blah, but all this stuff like that's happening to them. A lot of it has been done by black men, and they need to address that. A lot of the trauma, majority of the trauma that a lot of these black women get are from black men. But then again, in her comments, it was black men like, oh, it wasn't me, and da 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 da. And I'm like, y'all can't even let this woman speak about what happened to her without being so defensive and without getting so like, excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's telling y'all what the problem is. Like, she's telling y'all that there is obviously a problem. Stop trying to deflect it off of you, or like it wasn't me, and da 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 da. And then there was another girl who made a video, and she was like, she don't even like to talk about black men or da da da, because there's always something. And everybody was in her, all the black guys was in her comments, and the white girls too was in her comments. Oh, that's why I like white girls, and that's why I like Asian girls better, and all this stuff like that. And I was like, that's the issue right there.
That's why I can't wait for you niggas to go extinct.
I just can't, bro.
Because did y'all see that TikTok? Because it was a TikTok where it says the Y chromosome is so unstable that in like
I've seen that men as we know it will be extinct in the next 4.2 million years.
Tiara hype like 4.2 million years is tomorrow.
Bye.
I think it's gonna be it's just gonna be one generation somewhere that's just, I mean, women are still sexual assaulted, so that's not true, but have less chance of getting assaulted by a man because there are no men.
The gag be though, like, it's just a lot that I talk to men about. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man.
Y'all are so polite.
Because I was watching a whole bunch of TikToks about like traumatic experiences with your ex, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was this one TikTok where this black girl was like, my ex was like, he literally pinned me down and was like, nobody's gonna care what I do to you because you're a black woman.
And that the fact that they know that is the issue.
It doesn't do anything about it, and you saying that, and him saying and knowing and acknowledging that, and still doing it and taking advantage of it, that's crazy. That's very slime ballish.
But hold on, let's make a disclaimer in this podcast, okay? We are not men haters. I don't hate men. I love this, but I love you the same way I love America.
What did she say?
To change. I love you. You cool. Like, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else. I don't know how to live nowhere else.
Right.
I don't know how to be with no women's or nothing. I just need you to get it together because I'm not one of those fake lesbians.
I said I hate men. I said I do hate men, but I was just joking. Not really. I was just joking.
I just be wanting them to understand where we come from on topics and like be sympathetic to that. But they don't. Not sympathetic, empathetic. I think that's the word. I want you to try to relate to me on what's going on, but it's like you will never be able to do so because you're a man, and like, I don't know, men have this toxic. I was watching Divorce Court. It was just one episode of the new Divorce Court, and this man was on there, and he was like, every man that looks at my woman obviously wants to fuck her, or she like messed with them in the past or something like that. And I'm looking at him like, okay. And then he pulls up an entire chart. He was like, I'm an alpha male. This is what alpha men do. And like, not alpha as in like the boys, but alpha like,
I know what you mean.
And this nigga,
you an alpha male. What?
Like that, boy.
Alpha men is the ones that's alphas.
Bro, like the only alpha men I acknowledge, bro. Because no.
They are acknowledged as alpha men, okay? Let's be very clear.
Because that's crazy.
White people too.
Bro, you said something that made me think about something else, but I can't remember it now.
But I just feel like black men are literally the white people of our group, because then they will say, oh, y'all do this to us though, y'all this, y'all that, but we can't do that. Girl, I agree. That's a problem. That is stunting their growth, girl. I completely agree. I need you to be more emotionally available for me, more emotionally healthy, because really I hate this thing, right? Let me just get down to the deep issues. I think that men should tell people when they're sexually assaulted, should like be able to express their feelings, should be able to cry, and really, actually, men can express their feelings. It's just y'all only express anger. Baby. That's a feeling. When you want to punch a wall because you're losing in 2K, that's a feeling, baby. Did you forget?
And that's what I want to stop with my son. Like that goes back to that topic because I was just looking at how like they'd be like, oh, your son is a crybaby. He cry too much. He gonna be gay. Don't tell my son that. I might fuck you up. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, of course.
No, but I understand what you were saying. That's why I was making that face because it makes no sense when people say that.
And I hate it. They be like, oh, he's not supposed to cry like that. Like, what? Well, he's 5, so I mean,
he's a child.
Child.
Like, no, but this is really crazy, and this always goes back to the whole Black men and all that stuff. But when it's not okay, so my family, they don't even always do that to boys. Sometimes it happens to girls too, because me and my sisters, all the time something happens, it's always, it wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious. You didn't hurt you that bad. Obviously it did. Especially that I was crying. That when today, I got to bend it on, but this is just an example. Today, I had dropped some glass and I had got it like stabbed me and I was like bleeding real bad. And I didn't cry because when I cry or when something bad happens to me, it's like I exposing him a little bit. But my dad's like, it's like he doesn't feel sympathy. He's like, it wasn't that bad. Stop crying. Like when I was in high school and I tore my tendon in my foot, and I had to get on the ambulance, and I was like, Dad, like it hurts. And he was just standing there looking at me like, you cannot be serious right now. And when I had to use crutches, and he'd be so mad, like you don't even need to use, like, you just doing too much, like you're fine. Da, da, da. I'm like, I'm really not, because I'm telling you that I'm not. Which it caught me, as I see when I just hurt myself today and I didn't cry and I didn't want to cry and I didn't like feel anything. It relates back to how a lot of trauma that we have as people, or that I have, or that anybody else has, is a lot of it comes from Black men.
And they be learning that. That's like, that goes back, and that reminds me of the post-traumatic slave syndrome that Black women and Black people go through things and they don't feel
pain.
Like Black women don't feel pain. Like you feel pain, but like it is what it is. Like no, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. That goes back to how the medical field is so like intertwined with racism, and because Black medical students now, or doctors now, they think that Black people or other people of color, since they've gone through slavery or any type of oppression or something like that, that they must not feel pain like everybody else for them to still be here. And it's crazy because that's the furthest thing from the truth.
More pain than anybody else in this bitch.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And then all these stuff that's coming from slavery about how the way that we act and how people see us, and then Black men, even Black women, continue on and like push those things on to us. So then it's just a continuing, never-ending cycle.
Yes, very much that.
I feel
Black
like
people need psychiatrists.
Yes, I feel like that should be like a plan somewhere. Like this need to be some legislation somewhere that Black people, every Black person needs at least one therapist that they can trust. Because
but Black people act like they don't trust psychiatrists. Like I was just talking to, I don't care, I'm exposed to my mother. I was talking to my mother yesterday about, because first of all, I'm studying psychology. I might want to do this. So like I'm talking to her about how like we need to, like Black people need psychiatrists because the suicide rate of Black teenagers and Black people period is really high. And she's like, well, I don't trust anybody like that to talk to me because they don't know me. And I'm like, well, that's kind of the point, because like it's unbiased.
When you get an echo chamber, you hear things that you want to hear.
Exactly. And that's what people are so afraid of. They don't want to hear what they need to hear, but they want to hear what they want to hear. Like, and I was like, well, if you talk to me about your problems, I'm probably gonna tell you, but my mom don't like me. She be saying I'm mean or whatever. I be telling her what she need to hear. I'm gonna tell her straight out, this is what you need to do. This is what you should do. Ma'am, you need to hear this. But then she be like, oh, she want to cry. But then if you go to a psychiatrist, this is what they're telling you because you need to hear this. You need to cry. You need to feel things. Huh?
I said it's healthy to cry in front of your psychiatrist too. That's something that happens.
Hold on, yo. I'm so sorry.
Not only that, but I think that because me and Jabari be having these conversations all the time because I just talk about how men are trash all the time. I love men, I'm telling you, I really do, but it's just so hard every day. Y'all give me a reason every day.
I can't come defending y'all.
But like I feel like yes, because he likes to say like women help, like women push this narrative as well. Like, but I'm like he likes to say it's 75% man, black man, and 25% black woman. Because I mean, yes, a lot of the stuff that men hear is from their fathers. Because I mean, from their mothers. Because for some people, where is your father? You don't have one. It's your mom. Your mom is like, that's not what men do. But she just trying her best. She don't know shit about being a man. She know what niggas done told her, the niggas that she dated done told her. So either way, she getting that shit from y'all. Like, it's not from us. Because we don't know shit about being men.
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Because and how black men be the weakest link. How you was talking about before, Jasmine, you had said, but you had said that people be like, boy, little boy shouldn't be crying. They're gonna grow up and be gay and da 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 da.
Yeah.
How we were and how Tiara said that black men are the white people of black people, and I was like, yeah, those two things go together because how black, gay, LGBTQ plus community are always looked down about. It's usually the black men that are assaulting. It be women too, but a lot of times you see black men assaulting them and like talking down on them and like doing all these things to make sure their kid don't grow up gay, which is weird in itself. But
I think he's just gonna be a gay dude that like masculine things, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird that you think like you can like beat the gay out and stuff like that, and it's just
or any of that shit.
Yeah, it's just crazy because they oppressing or they the way they talk down about black women all the time. It's like these white people are oppressing you, but then you come home and do the same thing to the people in your house or to your community, and it's like the only difference between y'all now is that they is the white man doing it and you the black man doing it to us, and it's.
But that's why I'm like, you could go back to Reconstruction with that shit. Because the only identity of masculinity that black men had was white men.
We can go back to The Color Purple. That's why I examined The Color Purple because I examined that book. And Massa, see, that's what he was. Mr. was acting very much Massa-like.
She said she didn't want to comb this child hair. Slap the shit out of her.
Damn. Okay, but he has knocked her ass out with a brick. I don't know about y'all, but
I'm pissed. He said
that was like, and then Hoppo ass knocked her ass out with the rock. What the fuck? Like,
he tried to beat
her.
But
then Hoppo only beat Sophia because Miss Silly said so. But that's all
she got from.
Learned that shit from Mister. And then not only that, but then that shows the relationships that we have with black men are not new. The shit that's going on is not new because that shit was set in what, the 10s, the 1910s.
Yeah, it's just evolved. It's just evolved to a more modern way of like misogyny.
Yep. Yes.
Because now we could just talk a little bit more. We could talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, we could talk.
Oh, boom. And then I just seen a video last night. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But I seen a video on Twitter last night. And I mean, for real, I don't know how to feel about this video. But it was a girl and a guy. And apparently he was taking another girl out on his girlfriend's money, like on her food stamps, on her credit card, all of that. And she hit him with a belt and told him to take off everything that she bought. Mm-hmm. And people in the comments were mad because they were like, okay, she shouldn't have put her hands on him. Like, as soon as she started beating him with that belt, it became too much. I agree. You shouldn't beat nobody with a belt. But y'all missing the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is he's literally stealing from her to provide to somebody else, and that's like an issue because this woman works hard for what she has. Why would you take that? Like,
and spend it on somebody else, spend it on somebody that you're romancing. Not even like
in the comments we're saying like, oh, but if the tables were turned, that's what I don't like about men.
When has the tables never have not been turned? When have they not?
Always on the other side.
On the other side. What are you talking about? That's what don't make no sense to me.
So you and him walking in the rain, and then he got a whole OJ. Oh, his name is Orange Juice something. It's my favorite song. It's an old school song that shows that these niggas been doing this shit for a minute. Okay,
bro.
Old school song. As soon as that bitch got in the house, he was like, "Yeah, I got some hot chocolate for you. I got it waiting. All your shit is waiting by the door. All that shit that I gave you, I sent it back to the stove." So let's not do this shit. Like, it's not like y'all don't do that shit too.
Yeah.
Y'all, the simple fact is y'all could.
And they don't face as much backlash. And my thing is, Black women are always expected, and a lot of times women in general, but since we just talk about Black women right now, but Black women are always supposed to be okay with their boyfriends, or they're always supposed to get some type of love when they have to go through something bad first, like cheating and stuff like that. Like that girl, perfect example. On Twitter, I've seen this guy had brought his wife a real wedding ring after like years and years of them being together and married or whatever. And he was talking about how he brought her this $20 ring because he wanted to make sure it was real love and wanted to make sure that she was down for him after he didn't appreciate her. And when he said didn't appreciate, in my head, that means he was cheating and she didn't leave. And he was saying all this stuff. Hey, Smoke and Face. He was saying all this stuff about how he wanted to make sure she was real and how she would stick with him through him being broke. And I just it's just sad because why can't Black women experience love and experience romance without some type of struggle or some type of something? Yeah, go ahead, Jasmine, bro. Smoke, get out.
So sorry. Because I was just thinking, right? Boom. That made me think about a situation that I had, because y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's just not, I'm just like, because it's like, okay, this person will now call me, blow me up, text me, and be like, well, why didn't you fight for me harder? And yeah. He said that. He said, why didn't you fight for me harder? And I'm like, huh?
Who?
You know who.
I know who.
Box your ass, honestly.
It's not even, the number ain't even saved, y'all. It be saying maybe. But because you know iPhones be really paid like that. But so I just be looking and I'm like, why didn't I fight for you harder? Why wasn't I treated right firsthand? Because it would have never gotten to where it got to if I was treated right the first time. You know, like it's not.
You show me fight for it, I will fight for it.
Bro, you know what's so funny about that? Okay, so when me and Jasmine first became friends, and how I knew we was really friends is we were going somewhere with our friends, right? And she went to the bathroom and she was in there for a long time. And everybody was like, wow. Is she okay? So I had went in there. Bro, she was in there crying. Yeah, she was crying, and I'm not good with emotions at all. So I was like, are you okay? She was like, yes, just da. And she was telling me, this is when we first became like real friends, and I was like, yeah, that's really crazy, because I didn't know what to say, so I was just laughing, like being like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy that that's when I seen how he was just like, I don't know, he was just taking, like, he was just
taking advantage for real.
Yeah,
like
that's the word. I taking advantage. I was
he
looking
did
for a
that.
different word. I was not appreciating. That's the word I was looking for.
Like,
He was taking advantage and not appreciating. And it's like, and then at the end, you want to talk about why didn't I fight for you? Why can't I just be your significant other without this whole stress of you trying to say, oh, am I real? Am I really there for you? I'm not gonna be there for you if you continuously treating me like garbage. That's not something.
Girl, that must be the first red flag. Like the first red flag. I didn't even come. I wasn't even in Atlanta. Like me and this person was together via the long distance.
Yeah.
And like for days, he never talked to me on long distance relationship. Days wasn't talking to me. And instead of him being upfront about what was going on in his feelings, he just decided to ghost me and expected me to be there when he was ready. I've always expected to come back to him with like, I'm always expected to just take him back, no questions asked.
Right.
And like, then I wanted him back. When I wanted him back recently for a little bit, which is, I can't believe it. But when I wanted him back, it was circumstances. And he was like, I don't want you to think that every time you do something wrong, I'm going to take you back. Well, bitch, didn't I do that for you for 2 years?
No! We're setting the standard now!
Yeah, I did.
Bro, the audacity.
Niggas don't have shit but the audacity.
They
don't have shit but the audacity.
They have nothing but the audacity, bro.
Let me just say this
Insane.
shit. Audacity. Back to what Makeda was saying though, when she was talking about that story about that ring. Trust me, G, as somebody who is in a committed relationship, all the shit that y'all niggas have, all the baggage that y'all niggas have, because being dirty is a part of baggage, girl. I really hate dirty niggas. Your mom didn't teach you how to be clean, G. Your mom didn't teach you. That's some baggage, G. That like you.
I wish I had a swivel chair so I could just turn away from my fucking computer.
I'm just saying, if we wanted to leave you, we would be gone. We would be gone, girl. Ain't no proving. And two, I really don't like this whole, oh, you gotta prove to me that you love me type thing. Because you can say, oh, it's because as a black man, people in my life have loved me, deserted me, da-da-da. Same here.
I'm sorry. Flashbacks. That just gave me PTSD. That you just gonna leave me like everybody else. I'm sorry. That just, oh my
God. Like everybody else.
Oh my God. Yep, I'm just like everybody else. Bye.
Everybody else. So you gonna hurt me like everybody else? You're doing the same thing. Black women experience the same thing, girl.
Oh my God, that be reminding me of how men be like, oh, I don't date black women because black women took me through this, and then we be going through.
I'm fucking black man. Everything. I still would only exclusively date black men.
I still only date black men. I'm not scared of the other men's, but I just I don't know what's on your side yet.
White men is scary.
Baby, you barking.
They is scary. I'd be scared to date outside my race because I don't know how your family operate.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? And I'm so scared to even date out my culture sometimes. Like,
not like black people.
Yeah,
I would outside my culture, but I'd be nervous to definitely outside the race because I'm like, if I come home, is your family gonna look at me funny or no?
The lady was nice though. She allowed me in her house, but she was most definitely like, why you bring this nigga up in her though? Like,
and don't let us speak another language, bitch, because I got Google Translate.
No, I'd be so scared now. I'd be so nervous to date people outside my culture, like African or like Jamaican people, because I'd be so scared because all I know, my experience is African American. That's all I know, and that's something they're completely different, right? So I don't know how y'all culture is. I have no clue about y'all culture, how y'all operate at home or stuff that y'all do. I have no clue, and I just be nervous.
Yeah, I get that. I could have went missing on that date. I just be thinking about these things like, yo, dating outside your race is really it's a gamble. Like it's.
Remember you talked to that white boy that looked like the motherfucker off Stuart Little.
Yeah, he was so cute. He was really nice. But I was like,
and He was smoking stuff.
He was a nice white man.
He was a sterner white boy.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he was cute. I was scared I couldn't kiss him though. Like it wasn't gonna happen. Like if he leaned in for a kiss, I was gonna be like, wait a minute. We moving too
No.
Yeah, I don't know how Jabari be kissing me because the one white thing about me, well, besides my skin color, of course, is my lips. Small as shit compared to his. And I one time I was like, I really focused in on how it felt to kiss his lips. Cause his lips is big, and I'm like, damn, this nigga is low-key touching my nose.
I forgot Tiara was that one. I'll be forgetting.
Me too.
I'll be forgetting.
But I love a big lip nigga because if you don't got no lips, bro, you can go ahead.
He got no lips.
I don't have a lot of lips, so
no kiss for
him. Wait,
at all.
What that tongue like? F the lips.
Bro. All right, so the next topic. Well, before we move on, does anybody have anything else to say about our lovely black men?
Hey, let's make a compliment sandwich, okay? Because we started off in the beginning saying that we do not hate y'all. We do not hate y'all. We love y'all. Y'all are beautiful. Then in the middle we had the complaints. It's a big sandwich of complaints. And now we're gonna say we love y'all. We love y'all creativity. We love y'all style. We love y'all hair. We love everything about y'all. It's a few black men out there that I would gobble up in a second, and it's so beautiful.
Hello.
It's a few black men that I would love to have an interesting conversation with. Not to say that y'all are just a piece of meat, because then I'll be no better than these white girls. It's some men out there that I would want to smoke weed with. It's some men out, some black. I'm just look here. I love y'all. Y'all great, but then y'all not great.
Yes.
From a distance, y'all look good, and then when I come face to face with you and I hear you speak,
it's a problem. Yeah.
So I need y'all to fix that because I want to be able to speak to y'all and not hear black women ain't shit. Thanks.
Or just hear a whole bunch of just a whole bunch of
stupid shit. It don't even be black women. It be queer people too.
It's a whole lot of homophobic, a whole lot of sexism, a whole lot of all that kind of stuff.
That y'all niggas be gay. And it's okay. Because anybody who got gay people names in their mouth that much, girl, you're just unhappy. You're unfulfilled, girl. You want to go slob on somebody's knob, and it's okay. Or you want to put it in somebody's booty, and it's okay.
And it is.
And you want to get scrapped down, and that's fine too, girl. It's okay. Y'all just need black women too. Shut your bitch ass up if you're not a lesbian, a trans woman, if you're not non-binary, if you don't have any experience with none of these people, shut your bitch ass up and get you some experience. Then talk.
If you don't got nothing positive to say about somebody, just don't.
I'd rather you not say nothing.
I told you what to do.
Yeah. But then if I'm trying to talk to you, please let me know that you're homophobic on the up front, so I can
leave, exert myself out of the situation.
Black men, let's talk about trans women as well. You're gonna need to display your views on trans people from the gate so that because y'all love to make it about the trans woman. She needs to tell, okay, what if she does tell and now she's dead because he's so fragile.
Off the gate.
Have your views out front so that we could cross paths and not cross no more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Last thing. One thing I hate about I've only ever heard black men say this, but I know that there are some super black women who say things like this. But I hate when people say black people are only turning gay to eliminate the black race, or they'll try to feminize black men. You know what I'm saying? People say that. I've heard people say that.
The emasculation of black men. I've heard that all the time.
Just be like, yo.
Let me just say this, because I know y'all niggas love y'all Pan-African, y'all faux African niggas. Y'all love to say that bullshit. Okay? That y'all whole temp niggas, y'all love to say that bullshit. But guess what, baby? In Africa, the real Africa, even though they are stoning people for what is natural, baby. Back in the day before white people even existed, being gay was a gift. That was something that was seen as a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So shut your bitch ass up Because your ancestors would be side-eyeing you right now.
Not only that, but in the Bible that y'all love so much, we love Jesus, but in the Bible that they love so much, they talk about man shall not lay with man, but it was really translated so man shall not lay with boy. So if y'all want to have a problem with these pedophiles, please and thank you.
Yeah.
Even then, when we talk about that, y'all have no problem with knocking a pedophile out. I have seen many of videos of a man punching a dude that was around his child trying to touch on them. So I will say,
don't knock out the homeboys that be on the same thing, but they'll knock out, somebody else. But you need to knock out your homeboys. Everybody who just,
if
on some.
About I'm with a 15-year-old and he's 25.
Yeah, knock him out too. He's weird.
Knock him out. Girl, these sugar daddies be fake. I'm so sorry.
Too, honestly, you don't even deserve your phone. Like, you talking to 15-year-olds, you don't need punishment. Where's punishment?
No, he needs to go to Rikers Island. Where they wear jeans.
And some jeans.
Mm-hmm. Rikers.
Then don't break the phone if you're gonna get him arrested, because then you need the evidence.
But okay. Yeah.
But if he's gonna beat his ass in there and not call the cops.
Wait, we did not even finish the compliment sandwich. We done went off again.
Oh, I'm so okay. But like back to what we were saying, yes. Y'all are beautiful, y'all are intelligent, y'all are amazing. Everything about y'all is amazing. But it's not at the same time, and you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold your brothers accountable. You have to hold your sons accountable. You have to hold your fathers accountable. I know it's hard, baby. But girl, especially when who are trying to tell you about women. These are the men who are trying to teach you about women. I really personally hate that, because y'all are not women. And some of y'all methods on how to get women do not work on most women. They work on specific women. They work on them chicken Alfredo bitches that will clean everything up for you and have you not abuse them, but in a way abuse them. You're using them, girl, and then make you some chicken Alfredo, because that's the only thing they know how to cook.
I'm not making you a plate at Thanksgiving. You gonna make it yourself.
No, what's crazy is my mom.
No sir.
Plate at all. If I cooked, you better come up here and get the amount that you want, because I don't have time for this. Is not enough. Get your big ass up then.
Right.
At your big age.
Right. Your big age.
Your big ass up and come make your plate.
Yeah, no, I hate that so much.
The only plates I'm making are for children. If you're not a child,
children,
or elderly,
old people, children or elderly people. That's it.
Oh God! Or you can't get up in some way. You cannot get up to your own plate. That is the only way.
There's no way. There's no way you would catch me, Keda. Absolutely not.
Because really, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's why I got a man that could cook. I don't want to cook. Nigga, you cook. I can't cook for shit.
That's a requirement. I can't cook.
My thing is, but even in our relationship, I'm not necessarily saying that he is just gonna be doing all the cooking. That's what I hate though with men in general. Like, you do realize that your woman is doing these things for you because she likes you, she cares about you.
Mm-hmm. Not because you have to.
Title, not because that's her obligation.
Right. If you like to do that for your boyfriend, for your husband, girl,
a feminine thing is dumb to me. I don't have to do shit but be black and die. So but I will do it because I love you.
Right.
And I hope that you would do it for me because you love me. This is a 50-50, bitch. Maybe 75-25 sometimes. If one person a little low, I'll pick up the load. If I'm a little low, you gotta pick up the load. It's okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll go ahead and introduce the next topic.
Oh, hold on, let me get my phone in.
Go ahead, Tiara.
Okay, so moving on. You guys want to talk about fraud claims against Biden, which, let me just say this. Every claim of fraud has been by a Republican. All these claims of fraud, baby, it's been by y'all niggas.
So what's the claims of fraud? Because I don't remember. Like what they
were saying how when the votes were being counted, they were saying how that votes were being like the mail-in votes were like somehow messed with, and they were saying how it doesn't make sense how Trump won, had the majority from the people who were coming in person to vote versus how when all of the mail-in ballots came in, there was, whoa, what happened?
You still there?
Oh, my screen just went to something different. But okay, how when the mail-in ballots came, it was all for Biden, but which lines up because Biden was encouraging his supporters to mail in due to COVID-19. So a lot of the mail-in ballots were for Biden, and they were saying how they saw people. The Trump supporters were saying how they saw people bringing in a box of ballots as they were counting, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? If you're counting the ballots, the mail-in ballots, right? If they're counting them, where are they getting these ballots from? Where are they getting them from? They're bringing them in for them to count. It's just a lot of the claims were made, and it was just different. And he was saying how he wanted to, and they were talking about some stop the count because they knew Trump pulled the stop the count. He pulled that out his ass, honestly.
Really, G? And
knew he was losing.
It's to think how on opposite sides of the U.S., one of them would say, the other one was like, please stop counting. Please stop counting. I beg of you.
Please. To me, this was the only real, well, I mean, I ain't been alive for a lot of elections, right? So, but this was really the realest election I've ever experienced because every other election that we've had, besides apparently Al Gore and Bush, every other election that we have had has been counted within a couple hours. Yeah. Every vote, every mail-in ballot has been only counted within a couple hours. This took days to actually count, which makes sense because there are millions of people in the United States. So it's like,
can I say this? Not only did it take a week to count, or a couple days to count, it took multiple weeks for them to recount because y'all been trying to get them to recount.
Oh my God. Yes. A few days ago, they're still talking about he won Arizona or something like that because they just finished recounting them. Yeah, but go ahead, Jasmine. Finish what you were saying.
I'm so but like this is the realest election we've had because it's just like I was just thinking about that as the election was going on because I kept waking up in the middle of the night to see who was the next president, but we weren't finished. So I'm just like, okay, this is making a lot of sense. Or unless this was like one of the most popular presidency elections, and that's why it took so long. But like I remember when Obama was going to run for president. That was a popular one too back then, and it still was overnight. So I don't know if the government be cheating and be like it's all about who is like the more popular.
Point.
I think it was what you say, Tiara.
Well, I think it was because all the mail-in ballots because they not used to that. Like first pandemics in a while, so they're not used to that. Also, it's also because like places like Pennsylvania and stuff, they was stopping the count. Like, but I'm saying Jasmine because I was like, bitch, it's really finna be 2016 all over again. I wake up and this nigga
is president, and I was gonna scream. Like I was really gonna die if he was president again, because I'm just like, it just shows that America is really just wow, like y'all niggas is really gonna let him in again after he didn't do anything the first time. Yeah. And it was the black people for me that was talking about, oh, I'm voting for Trump because of these tax cuts and because Biden is this and Biden is that. I'm like, first of all,
you don't even make
you work at McDonald's. you work at McDonald's. You work at Walmart.
You work a desk job. You was not making $400,000 a year. I promise. At your desk job, at your call center, you're not making $400,000.
Then on top of that, you wanna put somebody else. You want to put a nigga who has obviously not given a fuck about you. And then the debate said, stand by white supremacists. And you want to vote for him because Biden is also racist.
And then y'all can't say they are not supremacists because white supremacists, because after the election, they kicked the little token person of color they had as their leader. And then the new person was like, we're no N-words. No N-words, no people of color, girl. In the Proud Boys,
bro.
Hey, fronts, girl. Y'all are dumb. Apparently, y'all don't understand a front.
Super. It be a front every time, but and then they don't realize. Like at every Trump rally, everybody who was black was kicked out. They didn't even have to say nothing. They was kicked out.
Oh yes, back in when he was running in 2016, you remember that black man that was at his rally and they like was punching him in the face, and that black lady and was spitting on them and all that stuff. He was talking about how they would be carried out here on a stretcher in the good old days. Y'all remember when that happened?
Yeah, like bro, you're really hold up.
And had it on Instagram. Yes.
And y'all want to vote for him again? Hate to see it.
My thing is, now that Biden is president, I'm not really liking how these Trump supporters are changing their tune. This whole, oh, let's be friends thing. Oh, but you should still like,
bro,
views. No.
I hate that so much, bro. I hate that so much, the whole trope of, oh, our differences, we can still be friends. No, we can't. If the differences is my life, my existence should not be the argument, and you think I'm still going to be friends with you, there's no way I, a black person, could be friends with someone who is on the side where they believe that black people are inferior, where our existence in this country is up for it's up in the air. It doesn't make any sense to me. Or I can't be on the side of people who are questioning the existence of trans and LGBTQ plus community. How do you think people's livelihoods were very much at stake, like real life? And you think I'm going to be on the side of the people? Like, I can't be friends with you if that's something you align yourself with. Like, not at all.
And then people be saying it's an opinion, and I'm just not, it's not given. Because it's like, how do you feel like you can have an opinion on someone else's life?
On their livelihood. Like, that doesn't make no sense. That makes no sense, bro. From being black to being part of the queer community or LGBTQIA plus community, or the people at the border who are they have their kids wrapped in foil in cages. That's not an opinion. That is not an opinion.
Because I need to talk about how literally before the election, it had dropped that Trump lost all them kids at the border, like 500 and some kids.
What you mean lost?
Yes, they're gone. They can't find them. How you lose kids from a secure location?
How you lose people?
My thing was how he lost those kids, in the same time all those kids were missing was the same time people was discovering that Wayfair was selling the things, and it was really kids. You remember that? How and those two things was happening at the same time, and nobody was, hey, let's look into that.
Yes.
One thing I like about I don't really watch him anymore because he be saying some off the wall things. Like he's either really on point or he's really out in the sky. It's a YouTuber, his name is Young Pharaoh, and he like says something about like the government and everybody being in this sex trafficking ring. Like everybody's in on it. That's why they can't stop it. That's why they can't regulate it, because everybody's in on it. And I'm just like, it makes more sense when I listen to certain stuff, because I'm like, yeah, you can find Susie Ann, but you can't find Keisha, and you can't find Maria Ann. You can't find these people of color that's going missing and being sex trafficked, but you can find the white girl.
Y'all remember it happened while before the election. I forgot what city it was in. I can't remember. It was somewhere in the Midwest where those girls, they was busting up the prostitution.
Yes, in Missouri.
Yes, it was in Missouri.
Or Minneapolis.
Or something like that. Yeah, it was somewhere in the Midwest. They was busting up a prostitution ring, but the police wasn't helping, and they couldn't find that girl. And the community had went out and was looking for that girl, and they found the people who snatched her, and they found the house. And when they called the police, they was taking the policemen that was in the back, and they found all them girls that was missing, and was taking the men out the back, and you could see it was like other police officers, but they had their face covered so they couldn't see who it was.
I seen that.
That
was like,
yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, all those fraudulent claims, though. All those fraudulent claims.
Yeah, I just like. I'm really upset right now because I forgot what I said. I
Okay,
forgot what I was gonna say.
think on it, girl.
But I just don't know, man. Like, y'all niggas. Oh, back there we go. There we go. Really, cause it really don't fucking matter, G. It really don't fucking matter. The damage is done. Even though he's not gonna be president no more, that nigga was able to have two Supreme Court justices. Them niggas don't never get elections, and they don't
Mhm.
leave until they die.
Yeah, that's true.
And then got some young bucks in there, cause Justice Amy Coney Barrett is 40 some. She ain't gonna die in a minute.
Yeah, isn't she the one? Isn't she the one that
Handmaid's Tale.
Huh?
The Handmaid's Tale. She basically, right? The Handmaid's Tale is a dystopian
I love
novel
that book.
that talks about um women's role in society after a super Christian um overtake, basically. And so men are not allowed to have sex with their wives, and so they have to have a woman, a handmaid.
Who just
Um,
makes big.
she can carry the baby, and she is only there for sex. And the way that they have it set up on Hulu, because they show the ceremony that the white woman was talking about in the book. It's like the woman, basically, like the wife is holding the woman, and the man is having sex with the handmaid. And I don't know if he's looking at the handmaid or at the wife, but either way, she is basically used as a reproductive machine, the handmaid.
But no, I was gonna say, isn't Amy Coney Barrett? Is that her name? But I don't care. Is that the one that's like something had happened to hold up? I'm gonna look it up because she did something crazy when she was a judge, or it's like somebody had got killed or something, and she ruled it as
Rule on something like the N word does not make, like somebody saying the N word does not make your workplace hostile.
yes. That's what I was talking about. They have reported something about how
It's
they
hostile
were
for,
being racist. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna look for it, but go ahead, Tiara.
because that's what I just feel like. Of course, it's not hostile for a white woman. Of course, that word is not.
It's real hostile if I get called a nigga. Yeah, it's about to be real hostile, and I'm flipping desks and computers over.
That the person who said the N word is just fine, basically. Like it happened. All right, girl.
Why do white people feel like they have a say so in black issues? Like,
Oh my god, bro.
Kind of hard because white people rule in these spaces where we need help. We need help. We're asking out for help. Y'all are telling us these things don't exist. Girl, you're a white person. Of course they don't exist to you. Of course you're in your own fucking bubble, bitch.
I'm talking about that, and I'm talking about on like the internet. Like I be seeing a lot of like just non-black people having say so in these Negro issues. And I just be like, girl, who said you could come to the cookout? Cause we didn't say that.
It wasn't because Jasmine. Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. I've been dying to talk about it, but no, but nah, bro. Because what? If you are not black, not a Negro, nigger, none of that. If you're not that, I don't want to hear your opinions about what black people should do to solve black issues and how we should go about things. I almost cussed. Listen here, Missy.
Your opinions on what black people hold as important, because last time I checked, black people can hold anything, any range of things as important. We're human, girl. So
It's
please.
just the whole thing of how okay, boom, going back to like when we were protesting and the riots and stuff like that a few months ago in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when they were talking about some how black people, how we shouldn't be violent and da da da, and how we should just try to fight the system with our words. First of all, obviously that didn't work. Um, exactly. That didn't work. And my thing is, how you going to tell us to fight a system that's been violent towards us, and that's a system that's made for us to stay, and other people of color, I'm not even gonna talk about other people of color right now, Black people to stay at the bottom. The bottom. How do you want us to be civilized with them if that's not what they doing with us? Like that Black lady last time, like I was saying, how that Black lady in that video said they broke their side of the bargain. They broke their side of the bargain. Ben, we were there. Our agreement was we followed the rules. Y'all don't kill us.
Even though them rules is dumb as hell.
Yeah, exactly. We follow the rules. Y'all don't kill us. They killed us. So why do we have to attain to our side of the bargain?
What you say, Tiara?
I said, yeah, we play respectability politics, and y'all niggas don't kill us. That's how that shit's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody on Twitter about that. We were talking about systematic racism and how it was a situation of this lady working for whatever she worked for when they take your children from you. And I forgot what that's called. Yes, she was working for them, and she was falsifying information about parents' drug usage and getting people's children taken away from them.
I've seen that.
How is that systematic racism? I don't understand. Like,
yes.
Yeah, I'm like, he was like, how's that systematic racism? She just is a bad person. And he's Black. And he's a nigger. And I was like, okay, well, let me explain it to you real quick, because I mean, you know, maybe you don't understand. Maybe you'll be on my side once I say something. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, well, she works in a system. The system is flawed. This flawed system is making it seem normal to take Black children from their Black parents and put them into the system. It's a system. The pipeline is the system to jail populate. Like it's a pipeline. We get that. This is all normal. And then I started going into how the American police. Sorry, Tiara, what you say?
I'm agreeing with you. You can put any system in there, not even just the fucking child protection system.
I was just starting to talk about the American police and the school system and the pipeline and everything. So then I was talking about the police, and then he was like, I don't think I refuse to believe police all over the world are racist and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, you refuse to believe that police and the people who have power are abusing their power all over the world when it's been seen. You have a Twitter like I have a Twitter. You've seen what I've seen on this app. They do that. It's been normalized, so evident that people in the comments or people will quote the tweet and say, well, he should have just did what the police officer said. And I've seen so many Black people just say, he should have just did this. He should have just done that. But it's like, why should he have just done that and you get to live? Why is it I just put my hands behind my back and then I get to live? When white people jerk away from the police, slap the shit out the police, and do shit to the police all the time, and they get to live. The circumstances are always so much different with us.
And not only that, but then that's very ableist, because then there are Black people out there who, there are some Black people out there. I remember I seen this video. Smoke, I'm gonna need you to stop that, because that's not
Smoke, stop growling.
Shut up.
He's pissed.
I told you ate it up. Leave me alone.
He got something to say.
Just saying.
He got something to say.
Okay, come on, we finna move. I'm not finna deal with this.
Yeah, but
ableist, because of the simple fact that some Black people, when they're arrested, they're having breaks. Like something is wrong, and that's why we need to defund the police, so that we can have systems in place to help them. That's ableist, G. Because sometimes you can't control yourself. If some is not to say wrong, but if you're different, if you're not, the same as everybody else, not to be. I'm trying to like not be offensive, so I'm not trying to say anything wrong or step on any toes.
No, I get what you were saying though. I get what you were saying because yeah, it came to me. I didn't even think about how somebody has said it on TikTok, because I follow a lot of the deaf community on TikTok, and they have made it apparent, like, what do people do when they literally can't follow directions if they're deaf, blind, whatever the case may be, or if they have some type of I don't know, mental illness or any type of thing like that, or any type of disability or anything like that, what I never even thought, like it never even crossed my mind. It never even crossed my mind what it was like for them for that kind of stuff to happen, which is probably scary, or it's always scary being black, being stopped by the police, and that would make it, and I would think it would make it worse, or it would make your anxiety spike.
He was autistic.
Who?
This Elijah McClain, and
okay.
Like he was walking home, he was wearing the things that made him feel comfortable. He wear that stuff. He was listening to his music and all that because that made him feel comfortable and not have a reaction in a certain way, you know. And y'all just was like, y'all just did not care, and y'all just killed that little boy. Even when he was telling y'all, I am autistic. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm walking home.
I honestly feel like the police need to be a little bit more like cautious when, like, I feel like when they do defund the police, if they ever do get to defund the police and like give police officers adequate training to handle situations with people of color, black, I feel like they need to approach black people with a little bit more caution because of the years and years and years of trauma black people have with police officers. My father is personally a police officer, and I be scared as shit when I'm next to a police officer, because it's just like you never know what really is gonna go down because you're black. And it's like you never know when you might suck your teeth or roll your eyes, and that becomes too much for them to be able to understand and control, and then they shoot you. Like, it's like,
it's always,
that's just,
it's always scary. Yeah, it is.
Dying because somebody feels disrespected.
It's always scary. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Because if that's basically what you're saying, so he died because he wasn't following orders and somebody felt disrespected, and so now I'm gonna kill you. That's what you're saying.
It's just,
I've seen a video where this dude, he wasn't even ably challenged. He was just he had a bad trip on some drugs. He had a bad trip. He flew down the stairs, and it was a video of police. He was butt naked on the ground. It was in the middle of Philly. It was cold outside, and they had a bag over this man's head. My thing is, I don't understand that police tactic anyway, because I've seen that a few times. What's up with putting bags over people's heads?
That's a torture tactic.
I know they put mesh. I know sometimes when you go to jail, they put mesh bags over your head, but that's so you don't fit on them. That's the only reason I could see you putting a bag over somebody's head is for the spit guard type thing. That's still kind of inhumane because they're not dogs. You don't need to put a muzzle on the person. But yeah.
And I've never seen these tactics
on white people.
Other people, okay? Like, I've never seen any of these tactics that they so-called can use to not kill people done to white people. Like, I seen that white man completely have a gun pointed at the whole force, and they tased him,
hitting the cop.
Like,
or that boy that shot those people in with Kenosha, that shot those protesters and those two protesters and killed him. And he was jail, made bail, became a face of some company, and everybody said he was a hero.
My thing,
please make it make sense.
And an aspiring police officer. That boy was 17 years old. I'm gonna keep saying this. I hate that because then when the victims are out, it's always something. It was always they was a gang member or they had charges. It's never this. A father of four died today. A coal miner or something, whatever they doing at their job died today. It's never that, and that's a problem for me. It's never a college graduate, a high school graduate died today. It's always
so you don't feel bad. They do that so you just don't feel bad for these people. Like, okay, they died, but obviously they deserved it. Like, I remember that my first situation where I started to realize that being black was an issue in America was Trayvon Martin's situation. Like, Trayvon Martin's situation turned my life because it was just like, this boy literally was doing nothing. He was doing nothing at all. Talking to his girlfriend on the phone, getting some Skittles and all that, walking back to the house, doing regular teenage shit. And
how did that shit affect her too? Because she was there when that nigga died.
He was on the phone. Oh my God. Bro,
and
I remember that.
Putting his middle finger up. And I'm like, okay, but did he deserve to die though? Bro. Like, did all of it warrant his death?
Yes. And I remember that so vividly. I was in the 6th grade, bro. The 6th grade, I remember that. It was so crazy because that's the first time I'm confident that has happened before that, way before that, and during our lifetime. But that was the first time I saw it myself, like with my own eyes. Because when you're a kid, your parents don't want you to see that kind of stuff, and you don't really pay attention to the news when you're a kid, so you don't really know. But that was the first time, and that's when people started using Instagram. That's the first time I seen it with my own eyes, and I seen it on the news, and I heard the call, and I heard his girlfriend talking, and I heard the police call, and I seen it, and it just did something to me. Like, it really did. It changed everything. Like, I remember that.
George Zimmerman, yes, okay, because I had to remember that man's name.
Okay, is he pulling you? Is there a situation going on?
A toy. He messing with a toy. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh,
but he over here, like the people, the operators, like, girl, stop following him. He's not.
Right.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And then your ass gonna fucking shoot the nigga. And I just feel like, why isn't he dead?
My thing is, why is not? And white people be so mad at O.J. Simpson. And this was so random, but white people be so mad at O.J. Simpson. Not saying that what he did was right, because he definitely killed that lady, and I think that he should have went to jail. But they was mad because they were like, oh, like the American judicial system has failed us. He killed her. And I'm like, damn. Who else did it fail? Rodney King? Who else did it fail? Like,
bro.
See, it failed everybody, bitch. It's been failing us
for years.
Okay, so since we was talking about how we seen, like, when we was in 6th grade and we seen Trayvon Martin happen, I think, okay, so you notice how now in 2020 there has been an influx of outrage amongst white people and non-black Hispanic people and stuff like that about Black Lives Matter movement. And I think that's due to the fact that when George Floyd died, we was in quarantine, right? Yeah. That's the first time that they had to watch it happen. And I think that's what sparked the outrage that it had, because of course there was people in between Trayvon Martin and George Floyd that had died due to police, but the outrage was nowhere near as big as this one was. And I think that was because they had to sit in the house and watch it. Just like we have to live it every day, they had to sit in the house and watch it, and they had to watch that video just like all the other people seeing, and they had to watch it, and they had to understand, and they couldn't turn away from it because it was everywhere. And I think that's what sparked that big movement. That's really off topic, but I was thinking about that when you were saying it, because when Trayvon Martin died, I was in the 6th grade, so I wasn't really protesting, but it was nowhere near as big as when George Floyd died. Yeah, that's random, but that's not random, but that's just what I was thinking about in my head.
Really, that's what I strongly dislike about white people, is the fact that they have that opportunity to be in a bubble. You could move around and not see this shit, and that shit is not fair. It's not fair.
You have the opportunity, and it's like Michaela said, because it's been so many other people who's died between Trayvon and George Floyd. And I remember seeing all those videos vividly. Like, I can remember Alton Sterling's death on video. I can remember Philando Castell's death on video. all these people's deaths on video, and it's just like it on video like that. Besides that alone shows like how much they could just turn it off. Like since it's not affecting me, I don't have to see it, and I'm gonna just turn it.
Right.
Is he on the table? Anyway.
Yeah. This not a table we use. It's okay.
No. Yeah. That's crazy because it showed a lot of the performative activism that happens and the outrage, but
not doing that shit no more.
It's crazy, bro.
Oh,
but they can still turn this off. They can still turn this off because to me it died. Like to me it definitely died. Like after everybody was finished protesting for the internet, because that's what they was doing, protesting for clout. Mm-hmm. After you finish protesting for clout, we still have to live life, and you just
Jasmine,
it's over for you.
Jasmine. They had so Jasmine, you've been at my house before. You know I live in a very, very much white town. So yeah. I remember in the summertime, they had a protest for George Floyd and other countless people who had died. And it was so weird to me because it was a vigil, but it was like a moment of silence type thing, and I didn't like it because for one, it was a bunch of kids out there that was just out there because we was on a block for one. For two, it just didn't seem right to me. Like it didn't seem right to me at all because the day before that happened, I had went out on the same block and protested by myself. It was me, my mother, and my cousin and his son. 4 Black people, 3 black adults and a child. Yeah. And we were out there protesting the day before on the same block, and the police kept riding back and forth, and the mayor had came talking about something. The police just wanted to make sure it was okay and it wasn't no inciting, no da 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 da.
Wow. People.
What? And then the next day, it was a lot of people out there the next day on the same exact block, and it was quiet and everybody was talking, but it was nothing provocative. You know what I'm saying? Get the people going type stuff. It was nothing like that. It was a bunch of white ladies talking about everybody be quiet, and kneeling, and I hated it so much. And I got in my car and I physically couldn't take it. I got in my car and I started crying because I was like, this is horrible, because I was riding down the street and they get to do their 5 minutes of, oh yeah, I protested, yeah, see me, I protested, and then they get to go home and I'm riding down the street, everybody is la 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 back in my house, da da da. I'm like, that's not fair. We have to live like this, but like this is literally my life. This is literally what our people go through all the time, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all that they just get to see it and then turn it off like, oh, I did it already, aren't I? Now like you seen me. It's just not fair. It's not fair at all.
Nothing about these protests should be quiet. Nothing to me, nothing about these protests should be a moment of silence. It's not a moment of silence.
There's no silence.
I'm about to yell at you.
Right. I was so angry. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not about to sit here and let some goofy white lady in a cardigan talk about everybody be quiet. We're in a moment of silence. I don't care about your moment of silence, Susan.
Miss Ma'am, this is not a moment of silence type of event. This is a moment of cry, a moment of scream, a moment of this is my pain. You're not living this pain.
You're not living this. And it was so, and I hate it because it was so unfair. It was so unfair. I didn't like it at all. But I guess we can move on to the next topic because we talk about that forever if we don't stop.
This wasn't even on the list.
It wasn't.
Shit. In the house. I'm cleaning it up. Give me a second.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, I thought she did the shit. Okay.
But yeah, it was ridiculous. But while Tiara's cleaning up poop,
I want the piggyback off that, since we were talking about Black men, and then we were talking about, I don't even know. That's just snowballed into a whole bunch of different things at once.
A whole bunch of frustration for real.
It did.
Now I want to move on to. I really want to jump to the interviews that Jasmine was doing.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say next. How Jasmine a few weeks ago did their interview, us and our other friend, lovely woman, about about being a Black woman and things like that. So we're gonna let Jasmine talk about it. Go ahead, girl.
It was really for my intro to clinical class. The interview was like, the questions were pre-made, but sometimes like when they were giving me answers, I had to kind of improvise and talk about something else, which got me to like understand how Black women, even though we are under the same umbrella, we are very much different, and the things that we go through are very much different, like based on you, for real. And it was a cool interview because I felt like I had to start off with something positive, because being a Black woman, you don't really get to talk about like what you like about it, or nobody really talks about what's the positives, like what's the pros of being a Black woman. There's always very much negative, and the way we're portrayed is very much always negative, ghetto, welfare queen, Jezebel. Like we have so many like stereotypes that we tend to see. What'd you say, Tiara?
I said, when it's proven that Black people be on welfare more than us.
Yeah, but they got, like, I was looking at the different stereotypes Black people have, and then the Black women ones, it was like Sapphire, that's that angry Black woman, I think, and like she's the one that's always just stern and mean, and you can't talk to her or whatever. And then it's the Jezebel, and she's always, her butt's big, and she's always in provocative clothing. And then you got the welfare queen who just had kids to get money. And Black women are portrayed a lot. That's more modern. That one.
Mammy.
And then it's the mammy, the Black woman who's completely unattractive, and like you don't want to have sex with her at all, but you want her to take care of you, and you want her to take care of your kids and everything like that. And it's just, we go through a lot, and we have to talk about the positives, because we tend to forget how necessary and how much we bring the community together. Connection trash.
I like the interview because it really did, like you said, it really did show how, like, even though like we are friends, we hang out together and we have totally different perspectives on certain things. Like that's I liked it. I also liked how we talked about like gender identity. I also really like that question about our bodies. Like I like that. Like, what was your ideal body? We low-key all had the same thing though.
Yeah. Because I feel like that question really should have been like, not your ideal body, but what is the ideal body portrayed for women of your...
Because that's my thing. Black women, especially the ones that are in the media,
right. And how that doesn't fit what you look at in the mirror. Like, good. I know a lot of Black women, it took them a lot of time to like get to love themselves. Like, I know personally me, I was like, damn, bro, I will never be skinny. It'll never happen. And it's hard to cope with something like that, because you just be like, okay. But
it's my thing, because I know my problem is kind of, damn, bitch. Different from y'all, because I mean, I know that, you know, y'all have to struggle with y'all weight, and I am on a different plane, basically. And it's hard, and y'all go through a lot. And I know that for me, it was a more like, I always felt like I was too small. I was always too petite, because I was really like 90-something pounds. I had an eating disorder. I was not okay. So it was really like, I'm never gonna fit up to the standard of being this thick, beautiful woman
Right.
that you see around everywhere. And it's also kind of like, I don't know, man. It was hard. Like I think even now it feel like because I would never shame a woman for getting surgery, and I honestly think that y'all look beautiful when y'all get surgery.
I don't shame women for getting surgery because sis, I get it.
But then at the same time, it's kind of like, dang, like y'all is showing me that like, well, I really we shouldn't be looking to these people because they just trying to live their life. We shouldn't be looking to them as role models, but it's kind of unhealthy. You can't really help it sometimes, and it's kind of like, dang, like they can't even be comfortable in their body, and they got all this money, so they could get this stuff. But then that's why I'm like, because necessarily that don't mean they're not comfortable in their body, but it's kind of like, I just wish a bitch would have a normal body and be famous. Can you have a body, bitch?
This is it's off topic, but it's on topic because we're talking about body image right now. And okay, people will talk about body image and how they want a natural body, somebody who doesn't have surgery, or somebody who looks like this or looks like that. Then Megan come out with that boom, with that bow, and then she gets backlash and she gets called. That goes back to the interview too, because Black women are seen as masculine, and a lot of during this entire situation with her and Tory, I was seeing a lot of Black men talk about how, oh, she big as shit, she should have just did this. Oh, she strong as shit, she should have just did this. And I'm like,
or stop. even in, like with the masculinization of Black women, they said that she was a transgender woman, which is not a problem. But I'm just saying, in the things that Meg wears, where?
Bro, it was so weird because it was like, oh, he shot her because he found out that she was transgender, or he found out that she was a man. I was like, what? How?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, what is that?
That makes it even fucking worse. That
makes it showing you homophobic as hell. You're transphobic.
Your transphobia is showing, sir. Showing.
Handle the fact that you were attracted to a woman. That is a woman who got a little extra. You're ashamed of yourself, and it's okay.
It doesn't make no sense to me.
I feel like we need to introduce this thing where it's not gay to be in love with a trans attracted person. I mean, with a trans person. You're a trans attracted person. You're not gay, baby. You know.
Yes, because them saying that, oh, well, she used to be, I don't like trans people. It's really all rooted in transphobia, because you're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing them as something that they used to be, something that they didn't want to be anymore. So if she's a trans woman, you're not attracted to a trans woman. She's a woman. She's a woman. Like, can we just stop with the semantics? It's not.
It's and niggas will turn into motherfucking Bill Nye, the fucking science guy. They will turn into Bill Nye, like, oh, but her biology is. Oh, but nigga, last time that I checked, you didn't pass biology. Stop talking.
And really, that is so weird to be on biology, because then by that basis, because she does not have this specific thing and it doesn't do a specific thing, she can't have kids, then you're literally disqualifying groups of women as well.
I say a bunch of women can't have kids. Really?
Yeah. So are they not women due to that fact?
Uterus, girl, but that's still a woman.
If I take my uterus out, I'm still a woman? Oh.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Shut up. Okay.
Because that's what it sounds like. You're saying, just because I'm not a baby making machine, I'm not a woman. But nigga, you can't clean gutters. Your ass don't even got a job. You can't
build a house, bitch.
You can't build no shelves. You're not a man then.
It's a car. You want to be so in the 1950s.
Right. Change the oil, bro. Stop talking to me.
Go outside and catch me a fucking deer. That's what you can do.
Go catch dinner. Huh? You want to reinforce gender roles.
Sure, and maybe that's what you need, because when you get with a woman that can reproduce, you don't take care of your children. Maybe you need a woman that can't reproduce. Maybe that's what you need.
Maybe birth control.
Honestly, and I was talking about that with Jabari. Let's just talk about that shit, okay? Because I seen a goddamn TikTok, right? They're talking about men, right? Like every trial of male birth control has been unsuccessful because men do not like the side effects. But girl, the side effects is the same things that we get.
I'm about to say, don't.
Girl, we could die from this. You forgot. All for the ability for you to nut inside of me without having a baby. Because it ain't for STD.
Men are the ones that always needed the birth control. It's them.
Oh God, y'all could get 9 bitches in 9 months.
I've been 19, 20, and I'm about to be 21, and I've been pregnant the whole time. Like, so, like, what's going on?
No, facts.
I just really need y'all to just leave me alone. Y'all, and I'm like, y'all could complain about vasectomies, girl. Wow, you're getting a little thing cut. Wow, it's some little cut. Girl, do you not understand that we, all three of us, cannot get our tubes tied unless we got permission from our husband.
That's true. They be doing that. They be like, did your husband know? Or they be like, they be like, you sure you probably gonna want kids in the future? Fuck them kids.
They did it to my mother. My mother had my sister, and then she had me at 27, and she was like, yeah, cut the cameras. And her doctor, which is now my OB, and I wish she would try it, girl. Try it if you want to, but she put a rubber band on my mom was like, yeah, tie my tubes. She woke up from surgery. She was like, okay, so Tracy, what I did was I just put a rubber band on your tubes. So if you want to take it off and have a baby, you could do that. She was like, girl, that's not what the fuck I said. That's not what I said.
A rubber band.
A rubber band. Then the rubber band broke.
She put a ponytail holder on your mother's intestines.
You see me? No. See, my on there. So you finna put me sleep? Like, was that like some temporary
ponytail on the intestines?
Bro,
like
she put
ponytail on the intestines, and then it popped, and then my mother was going through severe pain and shit. She wondering what's going on. The fucking ponytail popped, and now you can get pregnant. That's a lawsuit. Like, it's fun.
Because that's not what she asked them to do.
My thing is, men just want to complain. Y'all just love to complain. Y'all love to say that women have life on easy mode because of how y'all treat us, girl. But it could very much get hard based on how y'all treat us, 1. And 2, you're not the only factor in our life. But thanks.
Have life on easy mode. I wish a nigga would be a nigga. I wish a nigga would be a girl for a day. Like, they would lose it and have all the problems that come with being a girl in that one day.
Yeah, y'all can't even take it when we catcall y'all. When we touch on y'all butts, can't take it.
He's like, if I touch this nigga butt, he gonna want to punch me in my face.
That's gay, but I'm a girl. I got a cool.
What you doing? Okay.
Look at my ass. You can say all your ass getting touched on.
Nah,
that ass getting
from across the street. Excuse me, big red bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm going to throw my phone at your face. I promise.
No, for real. I'm really gonna start walking up to niggas and just slapping their ass. Just be like, look real thick. All right, I'm gonna go.
And then when he punched you,
back.
I decided that when he punched you in the face,
you gonna like, oh no, Tiara.
Niggas be doing. When you know, party, excuse me, I'm gonna start doing that. Excuse me, young sexy young.
Excuse me, young sexy.
I'd be so disgusted. Touch me.
No, that's wow. Okay. So, Jasmine, go ahead, continue talking about your Black woman interview and the questions, girl.
Oh, what was the other question?
Is this shit long?
I know one question had to pertain with skin color, and we pretty much all kind of feel the same about that, but everybody's experience with skin color is different because everybody's different colors. And that opened my eyes a lot as well, because I didn't really know that colorism personally was a thing until I got to high school and I started having like friends that kind of spoke to me about these topics. Like, because I've never been a person, because they always say stuff like, you know, well, a lot of light-skinned girls I know hang only with light-skinned girls, but I always love people for them. So when I meet a person that I like and I'm just like, oh, you're great, like I want to hear about you, them going through their problems and going through problems based off of skin color and stuff, it registered like, wow, like we really live a different life. Because like some people just like, I've had it easy being light skinned. I've also like, men are more attracted to me, or they'll try to throw themselves at me more. And then versus like someone who is dark skinned, they don't get that same attention, or the attention they do get is negative and shit like that. And it just would make me like look like, wow, like this shit really affects our community and nobody says anything about it. Like they just let it ride and they teach it to their kids. And I'm just like, okay, you're not about to do that.
Yeah, I mean that's true because me and Jazz had a different experience on colorism, and we both technically low key the same color. But that was
Really.
because of the simple fact that I had a dark skinned mom, and she told me how it was growing up for her, and I knew how it was, and I had a little glimpse into it. Not like I hate you because you light skinned type thing, but if you wasn't light skinned, you would be ugly, basically.
Now I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. Like they be like, "Oh, I only date light skinned girls," or they'll say something like, "Oh, well, if you was brown, I don't think I would talk to you," or something. I'm just like, you just sound like a fucking idiot. Like, stop.
Kind of confused because my features is my mom features a little bit. So you trying to say my mom ugly, bitch? We'll
Now,
fight.
featureism, that's the thing too that that black people need to talk about, because they don't talk about that at all. Like featureism is an issue. Mm, got a
Especially
big ass nose.
Yep. Yeah, me on the other side of the spectrum due to colorism is always, it's always weird because growing up it was always I only date light skinned girls or I only date the Spanish girls, da 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 da. And I'd be like, first, never mind, let me not say that. But it was always it was always, yeah, I only date light skinned girls. Like when I was in elementary school, it was this girl and she was
boy.
like light skin, like very fair skin. I'm not sure if she had albinism. I really don't remember, but her hair was
Mhm.
white too. That's like, yeah, her. She was like very, very, very light skin, very fair skin, and all the boys, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Da, da, da. And mind you, we were in elementary school, and then
Wow.
most of the people that are most black people, a lot of black people are brown skin, and they was
Yeah.
not looking. Nope, no, no, sir. I had somebody tell me that they would never date me because I was brown skin. I was like, wow, that really hurt. And then I was in elementary school.
That's disgusting. That's a taught thing. Like they see their parents doing that shit. That's why, and that go back to Harlem, bro. Like I'm not about to fucking play with him. I'm just thinking about how he about to get it when he come out. Like we gonna teach you everything. You gonna be here.
Look
You,
here, you think I'm the cool auntie, but if you say, man, my mom tripping, man, she said this, that, 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 I'm like, man, get out my house, like,
Bro, bro, tell me why my cousin, bro, my cousin, um, when we were younger, my cousin, y'all know my cousin, when we was younger, he had this thing where he would not date black girls, and it was so weird because I remember seeing him do other things with the black girls, but then be like,
mm,
oh, I don't want to date them because they so da 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 da. And I just used to be like, I'm sitting here, bro. I'm literally black. Like, that's what you think about black women. Like, is that what you think about me? Do you think I'm like that too?
different. No, it's not, bitch, because then the same way that it's somebody like you in my family, there's somebody like that in somebody else's family, and they're trying to talk to me. They're trying to have sex with me, girl. You're no fucking better.
Yeah, that's weird. That's so weird because it was just crazy. And my mom, I remember my mom being so mad at him because she was like, "Oh no, 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 no! You can't be talking down about black girls or da da da, and you're not going to date them, but they still good enough for you to have sex with." And I was like, like that's really that always stuck with me because it's a lot of boys that's like that. Like, oh, they'll have sex with a lot of black girls, but they'll never date a black girl. or they never date a brown skin girl. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's just really weird because when you see somebody that's close to you like that, say stuff like that about dark skinned women or black women, and then you just sitting there like, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, like, okay.
Because my thing is, my experience in middle school and elementary school was different. But I'm realizing that I think that it was because those girls had the features that made them visibly attractive. Like they had fat asses. Like the only reason why them boys in middle school was talking to them girls was because they had big booties. And that's why it ain't care. But that's like, A, weird as hell. We are in middle school. B, that breeds problems. Like you show other women that is what's important to y'all men. And
Yeah.
so I shouldn't have cared what I was looking at, but I did. I was young, I was impressionable, and I was like, damn, like these niggas don't want me because I'm just not good enough. I'm not thick enough. Um, I'm
In,
not this enough. I'm not that enough.
in middle school, for me, it was more like hair, and niggas was only dating girls with weaves. They was only dating girls with the long hair, whatever. And I had my little rat, my little perm, my little suppress. You know, like I was, I was just trying to get through the day, like. But like, I would like I like this one guy, and he obviously liked me, but he would not date me because he was into foreign girls. Like, oh, I like foreign girls. I don't really like black girls like that. And I'm like, girl, you're not giving all of that foreign. Like, you're not even cute. Like,
you're not foreign, bro. You are from the South or up north. Not very foreign.
okay,
Not foreign. Stop it.
West side of Chicago, you're not entitled to nothing, boy.
Like, you're very much not foreign. Please. I hate that.
One time I wore leggings, right? Oh my God. Niggas was nasty in middle school. One time I wore leggings and this man, this boy gonna say, oh yeah, Jasmine got a fat butt, so I like her. Nigga, nah, keep that energy over there.
Nah, G, cause no, I remember somebody I had thunder thighs. We was in line for lunch, right? And somebody said I had chicken thighs. And I'm like,
what does that mean, yo?
or chicken thighs or chicken legs, but I was like, damn, bitch, what the fuck do that even mean? Like, you try to say to me.
Can we? I just want, okay, new challenge. Let's compliment women without relating to some kind of food, please. Challenge 2020. Let's start.
My thing is, I like not to say that is a bad thing. Thank you for complimenting my physical attributes, but I just wish, or like, I wish it was like my face. Why it always gotta be my ass, my titties, my pussy, my body? Like,
it comes with sexualizing young black girls too, though.
Where is my face? Like, give me face compliments. Am I not fine? Am I an ugly bitch?
No, I'm just playing.
I'm like, come on, man. They're your own homies, man.
No, I'm just playing.
I tend to get all the time. Like, I get this question to this day, and I just be thinking people need to open a book or something. Or maybe just not be rude. It's not a rude question, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, people say like, oh, are you albino? I don't take offense to that question. I get mad at the language because it's not albino. It's more like people with albinism. But no, I'm not.
My thing is, I just feel like it would be so easy to just ask me, what race was I? What ethnicity am I? It's so easy. I'm tired of niggas coming up to me. But I really was uncomfortable. Niggas was coming up to me in my job where I work. And I worked at McDonald's, bitch. I was a cashier. I can't walk away from my post. Bitch, that's bad business. I get fed. But yeah, like, ask me if I'm mixing shit, which I mean, duh. But at the same time, it's the language. I completely understand. It's like, okay, you can ask me and get your question answered, but ask it in a respectful way. Like, what are you? What race are you?
They come up, the question is often followed with, you're so pretty. Are you mixed?
Yeah.
Nah, like that's not cute. It's not given.
Me That make my ass think, okay, so are you trying to say black women are not pretty unless they're mixed? Because that's kind of weird, sis. And if
you say something about hair texture,
to me, that's so weird. You're a black woman. You're literally perpetuating that stereotype right there. What the fuck is wrong with you, bitch?
And they be giddy as fuck. Yeah, cause I'm I got a little Indian in me. Bitch, no, you don't. You don't.
They don't.
Ojibwe, bitch. Good for you. But I'm pretty sure it's not even in there. It's not even in there. It's okay. Or it is. And that only shows the interconnectedness that Native American people and black people have. Because our paths do kind of look alike, except that we weren't here. Okay, y'all want to talk about weeb culture, learning more about Asian culture and unlearning stereotypes?
Yes, let me talk on it for a second. 1 second. So, so the only thing about Asian culture that a lot of American people know come from television, anime or whatever. One thing people need to learn more about is learning more that the whole Asia does not just equate to Japan or things that come out of there, because I see a lot on TikTok. I see a lot of like Korean people or other Asian people on there, and they always talk about how, oh, they look like an anime character, da 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 da. First of all, they're not even Japanese, and it's just weird. It just be weird, and a lot of people do the same things that we don't want done to us, like fetishizing Asian people or Asian women. They do it all the time, and it's sad to see, because I hate when people will be like, oh yeah, I want to have sex with a black woman because I never had sex with a black woman before, or they see it as some kind of like weird stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like they like to fetishize Asian men and women, and because of their, like, I guess how they look, and they always. And I know, okay, so people are obsessed with this idea of Asian men that have like tattoos and that are like muscular and more masculine, even though they do be looking nice. People are obsessed with that idea because they often see Asian men as feminine or see them as like, soft and stuff like that, and they just create these things in their head and assume them about people that are Asian, and women that are Asian, and women that are Asian are often seen as some kind of like servants type to the men, because they be the rich people be going over there and getting wives and stuff like that, and they be seeing Asian women as some kind of servant or some kind of like you said, how they see black women. Black women have different like character stereotypes. Like what's the one you said? What's the first one you said?
Jezebel.
No, the one. No, the one where there was like the angry black.
Oh, Sapphire.
Yes. They have like, they see that as Asian women too. Like it's called Dragon Lady, and where in a lot of movies or a lot of olden movies and stuff like that, it was the evil Asian woman coming to seduce and kill you and stuff like that. And we could see that with people like, I can't remember her name, but she's the Asian lady from Charlie's Angels and stuff like that. She's supposed to be like, yeah, what's her name? Lucy Liu. She's supposed to be like, they'd be like, she's a modern type of that type of character, because she's supposed to be seen as some kind of seductress or some kind of,
she was. You know what
I'm trying to say?
She definitely was in that movie. Now that you said that.
Yeah. They'd be the Dragon Lady, they'd be making them seem like angry black women, like you can't talk to them, they're mean and stuff like that. And it's just weird, the similarities between the two. But people need to be more open-minded and exploring other people's cultures, because it can sometimes come across as very much disrespectful.
Yes.
Definitely explore and appreciate instead of explore and appropriate, because I be seeing a lot of like just appropriation in itself is not it. It's not it. We don't like what other people do it to our culture. We shouldn't do it to others' cultures without like just appreciate it, man. You ain't gotta do what they do.
Just look,
like
it's okay.
Right. Like how the chopsticks thing, how a lot of Asian people was like that you shouldn't wear chopsticks in your hair. Instead they have these things called actual hair sticks that you should wear, but I think hair sticks are African, but I don't remember. But they was like, no, hair sticks are fine, but don't put chopsticks in your hair because that's perpetuating some stereotype, and again they're food utensils. Why would you put a fork in your hair? No.
You're not Ariel, bitch. You would not use a dingle hopper.
Yeah.
But also, I would like to say that it's just the simple fact that, and I also don't like the fact that we be trying to like we be having Buddha heads and shit in our fucking houses. Like, girl, you're not a
We
Buddha.
know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about that.
Having a skinny Buddha at that shows that you don't know shit because
skinny Buddha.
He was skinny at one point. They be skinny Buddha.
No, yeah, they don't be knowing nothing about it. And they appropriate the culture a lot. It's just weird. It's very much weird.
It really is a skinny Buddha.
Yeah.
Like I looked it up, he really got ribs, yo. Like
yeah, because I think he was like Hindu or something before he became, and really it seems like Buddhism is really not supposed to be a religion, quote unquote. At least that's what I learned in my world history. Y'all don't come for me. If y'all ever see this, don't come for me.
It's supposed like a lifestyle, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like what you live by.
Why he got fits?
Right. I was looking like, girl, why he's skinny like that?
Because he starved himself. He was in a deep meditation.
Ooh. That's real deep.
He was in a deep meditation. He was trying to find perfect balance, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta learn more about that. But yeah, that's crazy. Appropriating the culture, like a lot of people who watch anime or the weeb community.
Always be the white boys that be gatekeeping. Always.
Yeah, they do be gatekeeping, but it's like weird because it becomes weird because they started doing like white women started doing the fox eye eyeliner thing that makes your eyes look slanted and skinny like Asian people, resembling Asian people. And it was weird because it was like they were doing the same thing that they did to Black people, where before they used to hate us for our big butts and our big lips, and all of a sudden they want that, and then they used to relentlessly make fun of Asian people for how their eyes are slanted, how they look, but now that's a trend. So it's just white people. Fuck white people. But white people just, they gentrify everything. Every single thing.
Yeah, that brought me back to TikTok just now. I was just thinking about how on TikTok they were talking about the wobble song and how like white people are trying to make the wobble song like another dance. Yeah. But it's like, bro, you stepping on niggas' toes. We been had a dance.
Right.
The song that y'all tend to make famous, we've been here.
Right. I seen that video of the girl on Twitter, and I went to her TikTok and she deleted it. She deleted the video, but I'm like, girl, keep it up. I wanted to say something, but yeah, it's weird. In 2020, especially during quarantine, a lot of Black things and a lot of things from other people of colors, cultures have been taken and gentrified, and white people have claimed it as their style. And it's really crazy to me. Like, for example, Y2K style, the whole resurgence of the Y2K style. When people that are getting the Y2K style, they're not looking at the white girls because they was wearing them long skirts with the jeans. They wasn't looking at that. They're looking at Destiny's Child, how they used to dress, how the Black girls used to dress back Y2K, the sweatsuit style, you know what I'm talking about, with the like very, very girly, you know what I'm saying? Like chains and the glasses, you know what I'm talking about? And now it's called cyber ghetto.
I will beat your ass if I
Now it's called it's called cyber ghetto style, and the white girls are like, oh yeah, cyber ghetto, yeah, that's my aesthetic, that's how I dress, and I'm like, girl, are you dumb?
I'm calling Beyonce because
No, very much. Y'all wilding on Blue Ivy's internet.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is a cyber ghetto. Because it was ghetto fabulous. Y'all didn't like that.
Yeah, they calling it cyber ghetto now. It's not cute, girl.
Man. And first of all, stop calling anything. No, you're a thrifter. You're a thrifter.
Yeah, the whole thrift style. And the girl, if I see another white girl in a fitted in a bandana talk about this is my style. Girl.
No, that's Kelly Rowland style, baby.
You mansion. Stop doing your hood cosplay. Please. Just because you like edges done.
My thing is, it's okay to be a bimbo. It's okay to be Paris Hilton. It's okay. You got money to do that. Do that. Be a bimbo. Well, don't be Paris Hilton because she is problematic. But be a bimbo, girl. We love bimbos. We love bimbos.
Yeah, it's this whole thing. They take every few months, every few weeks, they get a new black rapper and base their whole identity around him. Oh, I just like, this is just how I am. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's cheap. Now it's Chief Keef. They just find out about Chief Keef, so they just going crazy. I just dress like this, and they dress in how people used to dress back 2010, the fitted, people got the Yankee fitteds with the Tims and the blah, and they dress like that now, and with the bandanas on, and I'm like, and they like, oh, it's just my style. First of all, girl, take that bandana off, please.
No, because what
you to the wrong neighborhood.
I knew something was up because I seen that picture of Chief Keef and Fredo Santana going around. I knew some shit was up. Shit old as hell, low key. Fredo Santana been there for a minute.
That's their new thing now. That's their new.
That's weird because it's like we were just talking about earlier.
I am tired of you. Okay, I'm tired of you personally, and I don't even know you.
Just like we were talking about earlier, white people can take off, and they can shut down things that they don't like to see and stuff. And that just reminds me that white people go through a phase of wanting to be niggas. Yeah. It's the phase that they go through. They want to be black, or they want to be the closest thing to being cool. And being cool all of a sudden nowadays is being black. Right. And it's like, but when it's convenient, you're white.
Right.
But can I just say something, G? I just feel like white people don't understand how important this stuff is to us. I just feel like this is something just fun for you. But girl, this for some people, fashion, music, all that shit, hair, that shit get them through shit. Cause life as a black person, life as a Hispanic person, life as a Asian person, life as an Asian American person Native American person. It's hard, girl. We have this stuff in place so it could make us feel a little bit better in the white man's world. And you just somehow you just want to give it.
Took it and made it your own.
Yeah. And it's even yours. You didn't even revamp it in some way. I would understand if you revamped it in some way, girl. But you literally took this is ours. You literally swapped it over here and was like, this is ours now. Thanks.
And all the new trends is just recycled stuff black people did a long time ago.
Like, girl, just say you ain't got no creativity.
Yes, the people wearing the fronts now and the tooth gems or whatever. I'm like,
we wearing fronts?
Yes, girl.
Oh my god.
They trying to bring that back. I'm like, y'all is very much.
I want to get a gold tooth. I want to get a gold tooth, y'all.
Oh my god.
A permanent one?
Well, I mean, no, one I could take off and on.
Oh, you want some fronts? Okay.
They trying to bring that back. I'm like, y'all just recycling stuff black people did a long time ago. Stop it. It's very embarrassing at this point.
It's ridiculous, girl. I'm really
sitting there looking like.
At this point, we need to create our own internet. How can we create internet so that it could just be for people of color? So y'all cannot have nothing. Y'all can't have nothing. Y'all culture would not.
Bro, I was just saying this on Twitter earlier. We need to start gatekeeping black culture, please. Because if we don't give them nothing, bro, they have nothing, no style, no music, no trends, no fashion. They don't have nothing.
We're literally not even gonna be able to do that because, like I said, there's always a pick me motherfucker. Like
Yeah,
throughout every time somebody comments something like that, like gatekeep black community, gatekeep our everything, they be like, well, like I don't understand why y'all want to do this because it's just the hairstyle. You wear weave, bitch. Weave is
that doesn't
just
equate to anything. And straight hair is not. It's not cultural. That's not a cultural thing.
and if you keep it a buck, wigs and weaves is black culture, and then now they're taking that too. They want to wear wigs and weaves. I mean,
my thing is,
Jasmine.
you not understand. That's the y'all mistake assimilation. The fact that we have to assimilate to god dang on appropriation. Girl, we had to do that to survive. We had to do that to make it in the white man's world, girl. You do not have to do that. Bethany, you do not have to wear a front. You do not have to wear a lace front unless you got alopecia or cancer, girl, because then we ain't gonna talk about you. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you.
Bro, and they always it's now that you said that, I be seeing it all the time, the lace front things. It's so weird because of course people used to wear wigs. Of course, everybody used to wear wigs. Everybody granny got a wig in the closet. But your granny was not wearing a 26-inch Brazilian lace with the band on the back. She was not doing. Your granny did not use Ghost Bond. I promise you.
Oh,
I promise you.
My thing is, my grandma don't even do that stuff. That's the point, girl. You got my grandma got the little shake and go wigs. Get you a little shake.
Yeah, she
because
do.
that's the current stuff that we're like. Black women make the world go round. They make shit popular. They make shit hot. And then they was just like, because there was at one point in time, white girls was like, I don't understand why y'all feel the need to wear weave and da 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 da. Like white girls have always worn clipping, but I ain't never seen a white girl braid her hair up and put a weave in or put some braids in, edges, do all that. And I'm like, this is black culture that you're taking. Like this is us.
Because my thing is, white women could do that. White women can buy a shake and go wig and just put it on. Y'all could.
And nobody would know the difference.
Nobody would say anything.
Because then when black women do that shit, then we clown them. We clown them when they put them shake and go wigs on. That bitch was a little too bumpy. Girl, you could do that. It's okay. Your hair lays flat on its own. Put that little cap on.
The one time in middle school, this girl had a wig. It was a shake and go wig. And I'm so sorry. But this girl had a shake and go wig. And the middle school boys are ruthless. Okay. They pulled her fucking wig off in the hallway and was kicking that bitch down the fucking hallway. And I was sitting there like,
I would have beat their ass if that was me.
Yo, stop. I remember a girl in middle school had a wig too, and I was confused, and I was clowning on her to myself though. I ain't say nothing to nobody. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was just looking at her like, yo, what? But and then I went home and I was like, Mom, let me tell you how this girl had on this wig. But I didn't say nothing to nobody, but you can see how that plays into like, girl, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying?
She had on that Party City wig, and I was just like,
Yeah, it was real big and curly. And I was like, girl, what? You had short hair yesterday. I didn't understand.
Girl, what?
So, yeah, but
I'm talking,
yeah.
Even the Party City wigs, black women can't do that because then they perceived as trying to be like white women.
Bro, wait a minute. You said Party City wigs. Bro, let me tell you how if I wear a Party City wig outside, I'm getting fried, bro. I seen this light skin, I think she was Spanish, on TikTok. I see her. She had on this green Party City wig. And you could tell it was a Party City wig. You know, the green with the bang. And it's real plasticky and shiny. And she had one on when she went outside, and she had a dress on. And her clothes was cute. And everybody was like, oh my God, yes, you look so good, girl. You look so good. And you done, yes, girl. Oh my God. Now, if I would have worn that same wig outside looking like this, what would have happened?
Niggas would have called me ghetto for that shit.
Yes.
Literally.
Very much. Oh, very much colors are ghetto. Yes, colors on black women are ghetto.
Nice lace front that got multiple colors, y'all. When it's nice, y'all be calling us ghetto. So I know if it was the little cheap ones, oh, we're just feeling your reality. Your reality in your head is that we are cheap welfare queens, that hair don't even be looking right. And that will fulfill your fantasies. I swear to God.
And that reminds me of like Black people like loving to show that we have hair. Like they'll do some shit like, oh, but look at this length. Who need to wear a wig? Bitch, why do it matter?
Right.
Fuck?
Girl, fuck it. I don't care. Bitch.
Like, I'm bald head and what?
Right, because people love to say the whole thing about, oh, y'all don't got no hair underneath them wigs, y'all bald, da 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 da. So,
and even if I was, all right.
And I am, and you're not gonna
right
about it, so go along.
Move along, sir.
And my thing is, why? Why is again the reason why it's also because of assimilation. Because hell, some of our hair probably broke off because of relaxers. But that's because I was trying to make sure that my hair was straight, like the white man asked it to be.
I will never get a perm ever again in my life. It's a wrap for perms. Permanators is done.
Not permanators. Seen that video of that white boy on TikTok recently, and he tried to give himself a dark and lovely perm, girl, and his hair fell out.
I was just looking, and I just be looking like, yo, if your people is not on the front of that box, yo, don't use it. Don't use it.
If you don't even have the hair texture close to the people that need this.
Oh, that's why I would never get no box dye that do not got no black lady on the front. Never, ever.
I did that and it didn't work. I mean, honestly, it was my fault because I
just feel like anything that's like white people in the commercial, it's not for me.
It's not.
Yay from T's Pantene. It ain't for me. And the only Pantene is Pantene Go, and even then, that got silicones in it. I don't trust it.
Pantene Go got silicone.
You got some in your bathroom right now, don't you?
No, I can't dye my hair.
Okay, well, I guess we can move on to the last topic because this has ran over, girl. Ran over. But we can move on to, what do you think? One of you guys can introduce the last topic. I'll just go along with you guys. So, okay, looks like Jasmine wants to do it. So we'll let Jasmine introduce the last topic, and after that, we'll see you guys later. But yeah, this rant over time, girl. But go ahead, Jasmine.
You know
they killed my boyfriend, y'all. They killed Davon Bennett, and I just don't understand. My heart broke that day.
Yes, I thought you was going to lose it, girl.
I did. I cried. I was like, oh my gosh. But you know, it's okay because fuck Rondo and all his mans it's a wrap. Like, I just can't wait till Dirk find him.
Bro, I thought Jasmine was going to have a conniption because I was the same way when Pop Smoke died. Oh my God. But yeah, that was crazy.
Michael Jackson died.
And it's crazy because I didn't even see it till like 12 o'clock. Like, Makeda sent me the night before, like, okay, King Von got shot. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Twitter. I definitely remember sending it to you on Twitter.
I didn't see it at all. And then I woke up, and the first thing I did was I looked on Instagram, and I looked at somebody's story, and they said some King Von got shot. I said, oh my God, what's going on? Like, what happened? So then they said he was dead.
No, it's like, I remember we was on the phone. Me and Jabari was on the phone, and I was like, shot. What are you talking about? Really? I just feel like, can we just time out? Let's just time out the course of events that led to this man dying. So Quando Rondo getting his ass beat, right? Because he a pussy bitch. Pussy bitch getting your ass beat. Pussy bitch. Your friends, I just want to, as my friends, I want y'all to answer this question. Is the next thing to do A, jump in, B, shoot that nigga, C, tase him. Hell, tase the nigga. Damn, like anything.
I mean, honestly, if it's a one-on-one fight and you getting your ass beat, Tiara, I might jump in. We gonna fight on fair.
Facts.
But I'm not gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm not. If y'all fist fighting, if y'all like really like fighting for real, I'm not finna shoot you. That's because that's whack. If your man's getting beat up, you can't just shoot everybody. Like you can't shoot everybody that beat you up. Like y'all, if they was fighting with they hands, like let them just fight with their hands. Let them get it over with. But yeah, Tiara, if you was getting or Jasmine, if you was getting beat up, I'd probably just jump in. I probably just
jump in.
Right.
Like I would rather them bank Vaughn than kill him.
Kill him. They should have. It was crazy.
So unlogical. The man didn't even have a gun.
Vaughn was on probation.
He didn't have a gun. He did not have a gun. And I remember everybody was mad because they was like, they was mad at his home, It was like, y'all let him die out there in the street. Y'all know he didn't have a gun. And I'm like, you can't. I'm like his people that was with him probably feel horrible because you can't really just blame that kind of thing because you never know when you out with people how they gonna act. You never know if somebody gonna shoot you or somebody got a gun or how they gonna, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really. They probably feel just as bad as the next person. So that's just something that was you know what I'm saying, that was weird about it.
Was the only time I would have been upset that was his homie not taking care of him is if that was Lil Durk. That was the only time. Nigga, you over here posted up making it seem like this your homie. You got it all up in videos and shit, all up in the courtroom and shit together, nigga. No. You the only nigga that I expect to bust back.
That's facts.
I need to go DM Dirk and tell him that we gonna go look.
He deactivated.
So how am I supposed to get in touch with him when I find Quando Rondo?
He deactivated his Instagram. All him and his mans deactivated their Instagrams when it first happened. I remember that, and everybody was like, "Oh, Dirk deactivated his Instagram," and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." They're looking for him, and then a few days ago, Quando Rondo had deactivated his Instagram, and I was like, "Oh man, it's about to get hectic." And I hope it doesn't come to. No, I know how people, if you live that kind of life, that's most of the time that's going to happen to you. You hate to see another person die, and but when you live that, when you in that street and you live that kind of life, and you doing stuff like that, you just gotta expect something to happen.
It's him talking like he was the shooter for me.
Right, he was not the shooter. He was getting his ass beat, but that's beside the point. What's the point is? The point is, it's just sad that people have to, in the future have to die, or I don't know. Yeah. It's just sad. You don't want to see anybody die, especially since all of them are hella young.
Very.
Y'all is famous. Y'all is in the public eye.
Right.
And them niggas is really finna say fuck it. The fact that you're deactivating your Instagram, you're trying to say y'all niggas is not finna know my location. Y'all niggas is not gonna know where I'm at. I'm finna pick up on your bitch ass.
And the other thing that came about from this whole situation, which is weird to me, honestly, is because when after this whole situation came out, a lot of people that's not even from Chicago was doing a whole F-63 thing, the whole Obach thing. I'm like, first of all, y'all do not live in Chicago. Y'all don't know nothing about what going to Chicago. Y'all don't need to be saying none of that stuff because y'all do not live there. Y'all don't know what the people be doing. It's people on the internet that don't do that internet stuff and will find you and clock you in real life. Please. And the obsession with the Chicago life on the internet is so weird because of course we like their artists. I love King Von, Chief Keef, all that kind of stuff. Lil Durk, that's my man's. But I do not. I am C for civilian, not Crip. Okay, C for civilian. I do not bang, bro. So I am not involved in any of that stuff. And it's so weird to see people because, like, bro, what? It be people from New Jersey. First of all, you do not know nothing about nothing in Chicago. Please take several seats.
And first of all, y'all robbed Chief Keef. No,
we're not gonna talk about that. It was a long, long time ago. Our beef is it's over. New Jersey for Chief Keef, man.
Gonna rob them and then be like, "Ooh, I'm not from 63rd. You're not from 60. You're not from."
I don't say that. I'm not from 63rd, ma'am. I live on. I'm gonna show you my address. What? I'm bugging.
I live on.
You know who was from Oak Block? Chief Keef. You cannot say I'm Oak Block if you just robbed somebody from Oak Block.
Bro, it didn't make no sense, bro.
But also,
another thing about this
is from Chicago, G. That shit is not cute. It's not cute, not fun, not ooh, it's an adventure. No. People is down in the hood. That's not cute. Stop.
Go ahead, Jasmine. What were you saying?
Another thing about this death that like it showed me, and it was like disgusting kind of. Okay, yes, they posted his fucking autopsy. Then on top of that, it was mad people coming out like, "Oh, Vaughn, I can't believe you died. We were supposed to fuck next week." Like, bitch, that's very
what?
Like, mad girls were saying that. They was like, "Oh, we're supposed to meet up next week and do this, and that." And I'm like, "Oh, bro, he is dead."
You was gonna be bouncing on the penis, and he would have never called you again. Do you want a cookie?
So they was proud to announce that they was treacherous.
They was proud to announce that they was about to fuck Vaughn next week, and it was gonna be over with after that.
Very much about Trish. We do not want that. And why are you so proud?
That's disgusting. They was hype, and I'm like, oh, all right. And they was really coming for Asian though, because they was talking about how y'all wasn't even together. Girl, you dragging it. His baby mom not even doing all this. I'm like, people grieve.
He didn't even really like y'all bitches. He at least kind of liked her. At least cuffed her up a little bit, girl.
Yeah, my thing was they was together for a little minute before they stopped messing with each other, and they stopped messing with each other for like 2 weeks before he died. So I'm like, how you going to tell her? I was like, all right. I was like, her whole man's she was saying she loved him and da 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 da. And he just up and died. You want to tell her she can't grieve like that? That'll make no sense. And I know his baby mom probably not grieving the same, because not all people grieve the same. And
she's probably not grieving on the internet. This woman got his child,
right?
Like she's definitely going through some things, but she's
just don't show it, and people grieve different. And Asian she is an internet face. She is popular on the internet. So when things like that happen, of course, people who are popular on the internet, everybody always want to know about your life and about stuff that happened to you. So of course she's going to share what she's going through on the internet, because that's what she does. So I don't. Yeah, that whole thing was weird, because you can't really judge somebody for how they grieve. Everybody grieves differently.
Can I just say this? That's weird that y'all are telling somebody how to grieve, but when Allie fucking lost Juice WRLD, y'all niggas wasn't saying shit. When that bitch is still posting about Juice WRLD.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that woman.
That was his girl when she was there when he, if I'm not mistaken, she was there when he died. Was she not? Yeah, she was there.
I feel like the only reason they're not saying nothing about her is because, is she famous?
She a white woman.
Oh, she's white, yeah.
And she's not famous. She's not famous for.
You gonna say, is she famous? Y'all said she's a white woman.
She's white. She's not really famous.
No, she's not. That's why they're not saying anything, because she's not really like. But she don't got the followers.
Yeah, I she probably got Instagram following, but I never seen her in any type of like on
She don't got the followers.
The Juice WRLD made everything about her. All them songs about sadness and shit. Or like what was that song? Oh shit. I can't hey, it is a gift and a curse, and I'm making it worse. Now he made that song about her. Hell, she was even in the fucking video with NBA YoungBoy and him.
She definitely was in that video.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was big as hell, holding her fucking chin and shit. I'm like,
yeah, he does. She did. Yeah, yes.
Now, one thing I can say is that I got a lot of cute videos of Vaughn now because of this. It makes me sad. I seen a little TikTok, that one when he opened the door and they was doing some shit and he was like, "Oh fuck no."
Oh yeah, he was like,
I see what y'all doing. Like,
yeah,
but sucks. And a lot of rappers are dying, and that's weird because like people die every day, but like rappers don't die. This is different.
And it's crazy because
it's the fact that you literally quoted Rico, like this nigga killing niggas.
Yeah, die every day, B. Yeah, but it's crazy to me because I don't know about before, but now a lot of the rappers are our age and our age group. And it's so sad to see them die because it's like watching somebody that you went to school with die or get shot, because it's so crazy. Because y'all remember Pop Smoke had just turned like 20 or 21 or something like that. He was mad young.
Like he 30-some years old.
Yeah.
Or like I feel like the first rapper death that hit me hard was X, and I didn't even listen to X.
Yeah, I didn't either, which is crazy.
Really, for me, it was Juice. Like,
because X was so young.
Yeah, he was so young.
Like he died from drugs. Like, and it seemed like what Ali was saying, that the police didn't even try to help him a little bit. Does this nigga need me every 5 fucking seconds? Shit. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what it really hit, because it's sad to see them die and they're so young. Like, people, it's just crazy because rappers now are coming out younger and younger, you know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, they're only 17. Like when I first started listening to NBA Youngboy, he was only like 17, wasn't he? 18. And yeah, it's just crazy that there's
Nelly Chopper. I don't know how old he is.
And Nelly Chopper is not even 18, I don't think yet. Is he 18? 17?
He gotta be like 17 or something.
Yeah, I think he like 17, 18, but
he just turned 18. Bro was born in 2002. That's disgusting.
Please, that's wow. It's crazy. It's always crazy because you hate to see young people die. I hate to see young people die.
Because
it just puts into perspective that life isn't forever.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Because once you be in that life, G, you could be an old whippersnapper and them niggas come get you.
Facts. And it's so crazy because that but you be knowing that the people that be dying, they live that kind of like fast life, you know what I'm saying? That street life, but it's still sad, because nobody wants to die.
They deserve that shit.
Right, don't nobody deserve to be shot down.
Hell, the niggas that they be talking about in their songs don't deserve that shit. Tuka now didn't deserve that shit.
Oh my God, they be disrespecting that man. And that's another thing about people obsessed with, that's another thing about people so obsessed with Chicago. They always be like smoking on that too. First of all, people in real life will clap you with no questions asked for speaking on that man.
Tuka, no,
I didn't know Tuka was a person.
Yeah.
Because he was saying so much. I'm like, dang, that's what they call weed?
Yes.
He like smoking on Tuka. I'm like, damn, that's some fire weed, huh?
Yes, they really be talking about that. And it be white people, and I'd be like, please, they will knock your whole face off. Talk about that man.
Face will be.
You don't even know what a Tuka pack is. What is a Tuka pack? You tell me.
I don't think a lot of people who say that, especially a lot of kids, because I see on TikTok, a lot of them I don't think understand even the concept of why people say that in the first place. So that just puts all that into perspective.
Y'all want to listen to Chicago music so bad. Y'all want to be Chicago hard so bad. Mm-hmm. You're not in Chicago, girl.
They out of tune. Like, they out of tune, but they want to be in tune so bad. Like,
they don't need to be.
And good, even when you live in Chicago, I'm not even in that life. I don't know shit about it. I'm not gonna know anything about it.
Right. See for civilian. See for Christ.
K for I'm killing coochie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm living that civilian life.
I just feel like, and I don't get it. Why do y'all kids want to be so? I'm over here sounding like a parent. Why do y'all kids want to be so hard these days?
Because they need something to prove themselves, especially kids that live in the suburbs. Again, I have family members who they act a certain way, even though they never lived in the hood, never seen nothing in their lives. I
just want to know, do we know this family member?
Yeah, girl. You won't be in tune.
Yeah. too. I'm very much into. I'm just being a little.
Yeah, it's like it's not just that family member, but it'd be they just, a lot of them they do not need to be in that kind of life, and this to prove themselves, like kids that live in the suburbs, they need some kind of way to prove themselves to kids that's from quote unquote the hood, that they could do stuff like them, because even though they're from the suburbs, because you don't know my life, or they try to make up some like I don't know, people are obsessed with struggle, and I don't get it, and I don't like it, and there's nothing exciting about the hood. There's nothing exciting about it. I promise you, it's not.
It's very sad.
Struggle, but also that comes from like people. Well, in my family, it's like a people parent type situation. Like parents are so obsessed with, they like, oh, you had it good, you don't know how it is, and I just be like, oh fucking God, ain't that how you wanted it to be?
Right.
Like
that what you said. Right. You said I want my kid to not struggle. Now it's a problem.
Now it's a problem when I'm right. Now it's a problem when I'm not struggling. But all right, things.
When I'm acting a certain way because I was not able to build that character that the way you struggled, built yours. I'm sorry, Mom.
But I can build my character in other ways. Like my character is still being built. It's just not through not having food. Like I'm sorry that you was denied food, but
or
I eat my meal.
Thing is, I hate when they try to do that. You don't know nothing about life. Girl, Lauryn Hill said a wise man knows he knows nothing at all. Did you forget that?
Now she quoted Lauryn Hill.
I know I don't know nothing. I know. But who fault is that? Because who was in the world before me, girl? Not me. Maybe a reincarnation of me. Oh, you're not ready to talk about that. You're not ready to talk about that. And now I'm being disrespectful.
But does anybody have any last remarks?
Nah, girl, because I could talk all day. So I'm not going to say nothing else. Good. Don't do that because we was all talking all day.
Jasmine, you got any last remarks?
No.
No?
But I like your shirt, Jasmine. I like it.
Yes, giving us very much cool white boy.
Yes.
I got
and I like your nose ring, Makeda. I really do. It looks really nice.
Makeda!
I like both of them.
Thank you.
The straight face.
Just like,
I want to get another one. I want to get a third one right here.
Ooh.
No, she said she took this one out because it was crooked.
I did. Actually, this one I did, because y'all know I did these ones myself, but I had to pierce this one twice because I lost the hole.
Brave.
Yeah. But
I still want to get my nipples pierced, but I'm just not ready to do it.
If you don't do it now, you'll never do it. Go.
I need y'all to beat her. I can't do that by myself. I'm gonna cry.
Anyway, girl, thank you guys, everybody, for tuning into the second episode of Fire Night Keda podcast. You already know.
Me smoking on lavender, but it's okay.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
I gotta cut that out. See, damn.
Tiara, shut up. You guys are tuning in. I hope you guys, listening to this, working to get this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, stuff like that. If you're listening to it on there, go check out our YouTube channel. It'll definitely be on there. Make sure you like this, comment on this stuff, share it with your grannies, your aunts, your uncles, all those people. All right.
They like to smoke a lot of weed.
We like to kick you out.
All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, how do I stop? Okay, bye.